boys, how you doing?
Good, all good.
Congratulations once again on making playoffs.
पहिली मॅच
Have you had a
झालेली आहे
chance
आणि
since securing the spot to reflect on
माऊसने
it at all?
मॉन्गोल्सला
You've been able to
हरवलेले.
process it yet?
I think that we have processed it along the way.
कोण
Obviously,
येते
with
काय
our
खेळायला?
losses, I think they were a bit of
खेळायला काय?
shortcomings for us. We didn't really
काय?
expect that, so
खेळायला
I
काय
think it was a
बघायला
good slap in the face, as you
Next
like to
match
say,
होईपर्यंत?
and, I think we realized a lot what we
मी
needed to
जाऊन
do.
आलो.
So
Okay,
I think we know
okay.
where we
आजा.
are. I think the 2 wins gave us some confidence now, and I feel like we're ready for playoffs now.
Gordon, what about you?
I think the same. I mean, obviously, I think we did not have the maybe the toughest opponent to win against. Our 2 losses versus facing the Mongols was pretty rough in some way because we they got a little bit slap in the face maybe. I think we could easily won.
Stand by, स्वागत है, स्वागत है. Hello bro, how are you? अरे ये देख रहे हो अपन playoffs देख रहे हैं.
We didn't maybe had like the toughest opponent to
पहिली
play
match
against.
कडकच झाली.
It was really good and we really like revealed to
Mouse
win
versus
playoffs.
Just quickly, what was it like
Mongols.
dealing with those
भाई
losses
2-0 ने
at
हार
the
ले
time that
भाई.
maybe you didn't expect, Exertion?
Well, I think that
Mouse
you
जीत
can
गई.
always expect some, I don't know. how to
मतलब
say it, but like
90%
some
जो
backlash, yeah, I mean, like
ये
some-
रहते हैं ना अपने
some hardship, as you
PKMs,
said, I think that it's
90%
normal to lose in
peoples
our
के भाई
sport.
PKMs
It's
यही पर
very
खत्म हो गए भाई
competitive
क्योंकि
nowadays.
बहुत
I
ज़्यादा
think Mongols, for
लोगों ने
example, are a great
Mongols
team,
को
and I
विनर
think,
मतलब
versus FaZe, we just didn't play our game too well. So
विनर घोषित
yeah, I
किया
mean,
था.
especially in BO1s, it's amazing.
उसमें से मैं भी
There's
था.
obviously added
मेरा भी
pressure. I think
PKMs
that,
गया.
you're gonna lose sometimes, and I think that I'm just super proud of the way we came out of it, I would say.
Your past experiences overall, helping you push forward, helping you secure playoffs here.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. I think that, I mean, I've been playing in Tier 1 for 2 years and 4 months. Torzi has been playing for like 1 month for 3 years or something like that. Obviously, we have Luda, which I think like Luda has been in Tier 1 for maybe around like 6 or 7 years now, probably. And I think despite maybe Luda not being like in a top 1 team, I mean, he was, but maybe not for a long period of time. I think that you gain a lot of experience.
Sad
playing in
भाई,
the Tier 1
एकदम
tournaments,
बेकार.
and I think that even Shui,
क्या हुआ
which
पता है
is our
एंशिएंट
IGL,
मैप पे
he doesn't
उनका ही
have
था
maybe
रे
that
वो
much
जीतने ही
experience
वाले
in
थे
Tier 1,
लेकिन
but he also
साले
went
ने
out
मिड
and
देख का ही नहीं किसी ने.
joined us. So I think that we
ज़्यादा टाइम
are
होल्ड किया
super
रे उन्होंने.
established for our age already, I would say, and I think that we're showing it in games now. Like,
एंड
I feel
उतना
like
एक्सपीरियंस
we're
नहीं है
pretty
ना बिग
confident
स्टेज
in
पे
those,
खेलने का.
elimination
तो
games. I think that
भाई
also stage
पैनिक तो
games
सब
we're
लोग
getting
होते
much
हैं.
better now. So I think that overall we are taking it to the next step as a more experienced team, even though we are pretty young, I would say.
I think that's a good way
ये
to
देख,
describe
Mongols.
it. It's like you guys play beyond your age,
मेरा गया.
and I think that is
PKMs
definitely
एक.
the experience showing of all of you coming together.
I mean, probably I think I think it's getting better and better for each tournament. Basically, I think
Mongols,
maybe in the beginning of the year in
Mongols.
Katowice we did not have maybe the experience in the lineup that we could play on stage, for example, and we got destroyed by FaZe in that time. But I think yes, also just
Choke
be
liquid.
more on stage and play these important games. For example, like the 1-2 games or the 2-2 games on stage, and just come with the experience from the past, I would say. And I think we are feeling really comfortable to actually play on stage now to compare to like in the beginning of the year, for example. And yeah, just comes with it.
नेक्स्ट मॅच होईपर्यंत आपण जरासं हे खेळू. आपने टीम लिक्विड चूज किया. हाँ और ये अकाउंट पे मैंने टीम लिक्विड, दूसरे अकाउंट पे G2 है और तीसरे और चौथे अकाउंट पे मंगोल्स है. बस बात खत्म. लेकिन मेरा ओजी पिकम्स है. यहाँ से मंगोल्स सीधा यहाँ पे था, फिर यहाँ पे लिक्विड था. मंगोल्स लिक्विड वर्सेस मंगोल्स, फिर G2 वर्सेस हीरोइक में G2 था. यहाँ भी वाइटलिटी था, फिर G2. सिर्फ मंगोल्स यहाँ पर था 1 2 3, बाकी सब ठीक थे. यार मंगोल्स ने भाई निराश कर दिया भाई. एक ही थी ना एशियन टीम. एक ही एशिया को रिप्रेजेंट कर रही थी. वो पहले मैच में हार गए. पीम भैया का प्रेडिक्शन शायद सही हो गया. पिंपने सिलेक्ट केलेले माऊसला.
आलो रे मी जाऊन येतो.
आजा आजा. कुछ तो गलत हो रहा है। पता नहीं क्या मेरा माउस रिस्ट्रिक्शन है या फिर कुछ और।
नहीं आया क्या रे?
यार दिन में क्या कर रहता है ना, रूम में बहुत ज्यादा लाइट आती है लेकिन तो फोकस नहीं होता, मतलब लाइट ज्यादा अच्छी तरह से नहीं आती रे फेस पे, तो थोड़ा सा ब्लैक ही चेहरा दिखता है। अच्छा ये है क्या रिस्ट्रिक्शन? पीछे जा। ओके नाउ
शॉट
लिक्विड वर्सेस शायद ये है ना, स्पिरिट है भाई, देखनी तो बनती है। नहीं रे आज एफपीएस नहीं आ रही, सॉरी यार लैग हो रहा है मेरा। इट्स गुड इट्स गुड। टॅप एक टॅप दाबला ना काय डबल टॅप होतो रे, काय कळत नाही। बोर्ड भैया भाई खतरनाक होते CS2 में। आजा ना भाई, टैप्स दे रहा है मैं, डर गया क्या? ओ भाई साहब ओह शिट, लगना चाहिए यार मैच फास्ट। कब लगेगा मैच? कितना टाइम है? मेरे बहुत टाइम है। चार है यार, चार है, चारों एक्टिव है। बड़ी मेहनत से 4 अकाउंट बनाए हैं। 4 साल में 4 अकाउंट बन गए मेरे। शिट, गोपू नहीं मारला मला। चल शिट, चालीस 40-50 एफपीएस क्या रहे ये? अच्छा ये स्ट्रीम नहीं होगी, गेम प्ले की भाई। 40-50 एफपीएस आ रहे हैं मुझे। ये रहे यार, मरता क्यों नहीं यार? भाई ये व्हाइट आउट बघ काय झाला भाई। रीसेट ऑल मॉनिटर सेटिंग्स। मध्ये स्ट्रीमर्सची लाख सात मिनट अभी बाकी है, देख सकते हो। लेट्स रोल।
विनायक आणि प्राची
मॅच बघणार आहेस ना स्पिरिट आणि?
अबे मजा। वाह भाई, किती मॅच एक होतात का दोन होतात?
यू
मॅच किती होतात रे तुझे?
3।
मंगोल्स एक हरली ना?
अरे अकाउंट कोण खेळला?
क्या हो गया भाई?
मंगोल्स किती एक हरली काय तीन या दोन?
संपलं, 2 हरले। मंगोल संपली। Mongols out from the
Back,
major. Bunkai. F3. भाई क्या एम है यार बोल.
हे जे लाईट सप्तरंगी होते ना
हाँ
ती बंद कर आणि
अरे.
कुठला तरी एकच कलर ठेव जो तुझ्या रंगात
अरे तो
ब्लू सूट होते तुला.
ओके ओके ओके. ते काय झालं माहिती आहे हा इफेक्ट आहे ना तो ऑटोमॅटिकली सिलेक्ट झाला. चालू केला गेला माझी घाई झाली स्ट्रीम परत चालू करायची. ऐसा हुआ. That's fucking bra is aim. माउस रिस्ट्रिक्शन है रे. यहाँ पर मोबाइल रखा है ट्राइपॉड. Oh shit. Mactavils भाई स्वागत है आपल्या महफिल मध्ये. माऊस थांबला डायरेक्ट अडकला ना तिथे. ये चूतिया लोग भाई धत्तेरी की करते रहेंगे. म्यूट ही कर देता हूँ. हो गई मैच. अभी मैच बाकी है मेरे दोस्त. 4 मिनट अभी बाकी है. पण इथे लिहिलंय पीजी. ये क्या है ये मैंने निकाला है. PWE क्या होता है. परफेक्ट वर्ल्ड. ओके 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 परफेक्ट वर्ल्ड. ओके ई का मतलब पता नहीं हो सकता है कुछ. भाई साहब गंदा है. हैं? वहां से सीधा यहाँ पर कैसे आ गया मैं. Underestimate the Glock. ऊपर देखूं या नीचे कुछ समझ नहीं आ रहा. ओ वेलकम टू फॅमिली मेंबर्स मॅक्टेविश. स्वागत आहे आपल्या फॅमिली मेंबर्स मध्ये. थँक्स फॉर 1 month सब. क्या बात. अलर्ट थोडा मोठा व्हायला हवाय काय ते. राहू दे तेवढाच डिफॉल्ट आहे. community broadcast must use a delay of 120 seconds on their channel stream for the broadcast duration of any major. Yeah. I know. My stream is already delay, so there is a no problem for that. Mind of Gojo, welcome. माउस इतू सी स्पेस है भाई, इतू सी स्पेस है, उसमें माउस हिलाना पड़ता है। लग गया भाई
हिलाना पड़ता है
माउस यार, माउस। फक, कीबोर्डला लागला। कीबोर्ड आहे अल्युमिनियमचा। Oh, that's standing. Still, I can't hit. Oof, that shot. इससे ऊपर नहीं गया रे मेरा एम। अरे त्याचा गोजोचा डिलीट झाला काय रे? गोजो मेसेज डिलीट झाला साल्याने। या स्टिकर साठी तो घेतलास ना? हा ना?
ऍक्च्युली तुझा घाटा झाला माहितीये?
कसला?
मी 200 रुपयाची सुपर चॅट करायला गेलो,
हा
पण सुपर चॅट फेल झाली। का समजलं नाही। डायरेक्ट 10 महिन्याची घेत होतो।
हा,
तर 10 महिन्याची घ्यायला गेलं तर 1 महिन्याची घेतो नेक्स्ट टाइम।
काय
मेंबरशिप कधी घेतली नव्हती रे।
हा
पहिले 1 महिन्याची घेऊन बसतो,
हा
10 महिन्याची।
ओके नो इश्यू।
हा महिना संपला की डायरेक्ट 10 महिन्याची।
अरे रुक जाओ बच्चे, हो गई स्टार्ट लगता है। हाँ हो मग किधर गया?
माझी मेंबरशिपची स्टार्टिंगच 1500
हो गया क्या? 1 मिनट बाकी है अभी भी तो चलो गेम बंद करते। चलो गेम बंद करके सीधा जाते हैं स्क्रीन पे। अपना डोंक भाई, ये इन मतलब एक्सपेक्ट कर रहा हूँ कि आउटप्ले करे ये तीनों में से एक तो बंदा भाई आउटप्ले करे भाई, तो मजा आ गया। क्योंकि टीम लिक्विड है ना, उनमें एक मतलब जो स्टार प्लेयर नहीं रहे अभी, करंट का। यकिंडा रे वो भी चलता नहीं यार उतना ज़्यादा। ट्विस्ट तो अभी आईजेलिंग कर रहा है तो उतना ज़्यादा इफेक्ट नहीं डालता। नैफ एंकर अल्टीमेट है लेकिन अल्टीमेट का इतना ज़्यादा मतलब क्रेज नहीं है रे। अल्टीमेट ऑपर अच्छा है लेकिन सेक्सी ऑपिंग करता है, इसी वजह से तो ये क्वालिफाई कर गई है अल्टीमेट की वजह से। और नैफ काय काय
ब्लॉग बघितला मगाशी
कसला ब्लॉग?
How we exit Shanghai
Welcome back to the
2022.
Perfect World Shanghai Major. We've already had one bombastic quarterfinal. We're hoping for another when Team Spirit take on Team Liquid.
Uno sana
I'm your
kalla
host
be.
Richard
Na
Lewis,
jail gella.
coming in for this one and joining me on the desk.
How we exit?
We've got Yanko and we've got two
Oh, भाई
teams
साहब,
that
क्या
have
बात है?
played each other in the not too distant past with
Wonderful पण ना
perhaps
काय
a
खेळला
surprising
म्हणते.
result. Yeah, absolutely.
Highlight
कोण?
बघत होतो त्यांचे.
कोण कोण?
Team
वंडरफुल.
Liquid
ओके ओके.
being the better
Highlights.
team on that
नाही
day
रे
in the
दिवस
past
असतो रे
finals,
प्रत्येकाचा.
but I think for these
प्रत्येकाचा
two
दिवस
teams,
असतो.
sort of in a similar spot, although they might not
पण
like to
एवढा
admit it.
खराब
Spirits will definitely tell you they have
अरे तू
championship
सांग मॉन्गोल्स
aspirations, but they're
जिंकलेली
not
मैच
playing
भाई,
like a team that
जीत गई थी भाई,
realistically can
लेकिन
make it
भाई
that far. Liquid will
बी
tell
के
you, well,
मतलब
it's our first season
केव्स
with,
है ना बी
you
के,
know, Ultimate,
वहाँ पर दो
Twitches,
बंदे और
YGL,
बी
JKS
डोर्स
on
पे
the
एक
team,
बंदा
like,
था
well,
और
things
मिड और
as
ए
far as
देख
possible, but
देख ही
they'll
नहीं
be
रहे थे
happy.
वो।
We'll just take it one
फिर
game at a
सिटी
time.
साइड ने उन
Yeah, I feel
फ्लैंक
like
करके
Liquid's
मिड से
kind of
आके
in this
केव
weird
पे मार
place
गए
where
वो,
they've consistently been able to beat teams
मार
that
के
are
गए.
at or below their level. They beat all the
काय ना
Americas
आम्ही
teams
हे
on a regular
करतोय
basis. They'll beat
वॉच
Virtus
पार्टी.
Pro. They'll beat a Gamer Legion. They've never played Mongols or Heroics, so we don't know where they stack up there. But when they play against elite level opposition, yes, they've beaten Spirit. Yes, they beat Navi those
YouTube ला.
first two best of threes that they played with this five-man lineup.
आपण हे
But
पण
any other
करायची
time
हा
they've
स्वरूप
gone up against like a
याची
FaZe or a
पबजी
Vitality
पीसी
or
ची
a
पण
G2, they haven't been able to get
Finals
that
day
big
हो,
win to
final day ला.
catapult them into a top 5 conversation.
Yeah, well, let's start by talking about Team Liquid.
बराच
then.
time आहे त्याला.
Obviously, technically the last hope for NA,
आज
although
का
as we
मैच
know
चालू हो
these
गया
days, if you
शायद.
have an NA org,
नहीं
you're
नहीं
very
340 का हो गया,
unlikely to have an
हो
NA
जाएगा.
roster. You've got to get some
यार
Europeans
हिंदी
in to
बहुत
help you
डिफिकल्ट
out.
लैंग्वेज है
That's
रे,
just the way it is
बात
right
करने में
now.
थोड़ा सा
But
दिक्कत आ रहा है.
overall, I think they've exceeded my expectations by being here in this final 8. When I first looked at this roster, I looked at some of the pieces, like Ultimate being inexperienced, JKS having a long time out of the game,
JKS
and Twists being a new IGL.
savage है भाई,
You put all
savage.
that together and I wasn't convinced, but they've defied
रुक
my
जा यार,
expectations.
फैन ऑन करता
Yeah,
हूँ.
and I think there's two main talking points about Team Liquid or concerns that you have. One is the form of Yekindar. Will it keep? Right?
Yes.
He's had a big slump, stepped it up at the major. Props to him. That's one of the reasons why they're in the playoffs. And the second one was Ultimate, who also hit the slump after an incredible sort of first showing for Team Liquid, and again has seemed to have found his groove again, right? And the reason for that is these are the two aggressive players on Team Liquid. And that's why you saw them not being able to find results as a team, right? Like you're always playing in 4v5s. This is not, you know, our condemnation or Twitch is IGLing. It's just hard to do it,
1.2.
especially against the level of opposition that Dust referenced. And here you see
Yekindar
the other side
चालला
of that
पाहिजे
coin
फक्त.
is when they are able
भाई
to
मजा
find
येईल रे.
openings, when they do
राय
have
डॉंग
rounds
सारखा
with
चालला
advantages,
पाहिजे
all of a
रायफलर.
sudden it's all looking a little bit more smooth.
भाई तो असा
Yeah, I mean,
खेळतो
right
थांब
now
तुम्हाला
you have a
दाखवतो.
Liquid that's looking in pretty
इधर
fine
क्या बे?
form. Naf, for instance, is topping the charts in a multitude of categories
असा भाई
and is
पूर्ण
back to kind of his star self. But I think the two
पूर्ण
players
हे
you
असं
mentioned are
त्याचा
absolutely
face.
the ones that we need to target, and that is Ultimate as an aggressive opera, but also a hybrid who will AK on the T side. He has picked his form back up in a major way throughout the course of his time in Shanghai. And then you look at someone like Yekindar. I mean, this is a guy that was struggling to find any success in opening duels at Rio or the Blast World Finals. But if you look at this, look down there, his success rate 46% in opening duels on the T side, and he's doing
Spirit
it
या
40% of the
Liquid
time, which is
Liquid ही
probably the
जीतेगी
highest
भाई,
I've
देख
ever seen
लेना.
an entry fragger have to
मतलब-
go in first. So the fact that he's been able to maintain that success
मेरा
rate
bet तो
with a number of
Liquid
attempts is
पे है.
fantastic. And then you just look at Ultimate's numbers; they look awesome. He has a 67% success rate on the T side with his opening duels, which is very high for an opera, by the way. And then I mean, Nash is kind of getting it done in all kinds of categories.
Sure, we're obviously going to talk about Naf in just a moment, but carrying on that thought about Yekindar, Yanko, this is a guy who was playing literally for his place on the team, if you ask me. We've already seen the start
Best of 3
the
है ना,
Rostermania
कधी
that's
चालू होईल
coming
भाई.
in, and, look, all the memes
तिथे
aside
दिले
about his
पाहिजे हा
performance
टाइम
and
वेगळा
having the
आणि
monitor on
मॅच
his
स्टार्ट
forehead
टाइम
and
वेगळा.
all that stuff. I mean, he has actually performed at this major.
Yes, and it was even a little bit freakish the amount of confidence that the team was putting in him.
बट
right?
क्वालिटी
Like, at
नहीं
no
है रे.
point was there ever any
स्ट्रीम का
rumors
जितना
about
क्वालिटी रहना
him
चाहिए
being
ना
on the chopping
उतना
block.
क्वालिटी
It
नहीं
was
है.
just sort of reiterating, you know, that they believe in him, that he'll get out of the slump. You can see the comparison in the last 3 months compared to this tournament, a big difference. And I think the thing about it is, and why it can be so frustrating for Team Liquid fans, is the fact that
Sorry,
he
1.1.
will go for those
Okay,
openings
okay.
no matter what. Like that high opening kills attempt rate is going to maintain where he has 2 kills in half
PWE
or
Perfect
22
World
kills in half.
Esports.
And
Okay,
that's why
CS2
sometimes,
का
you know,
नाम है
you live by
Perfect
the
World
sword, you die by
Esports.
it. In Yakinder's case,
Guys,
where probably you
Guy?
like it if things aren't rolling
guys,
that
perfect
well
world
for you. You
Perfect
know,
World
maybe there's a plan
Esports,
B, maybe
Shanghai
there's
Major,
something else
okay.
in it, and that's why he's always
That's the
main
name of
talking point when we get to this
Chinese
Liquid
I
CS
think people just need to
game.
know the giant leap that has taken place in that success in those opening duels that Yanko's talking about. I mean, at Rio in the Blast World Finals, this guy was like in a 28% success rate. That's like worse than Kerrigan, by the way. If you just
Oh,
run
wow.
a comparison,
Worse than
the fact that he's able to
Kerrigan, oh.
catapult back up to a 45% success rate, that puts him up there with the entry fraggers that you know are successful. And with some of these other guys starting to make plays on the extremities, we've seen JKS and NAF be more willing to be aggressive to make plays on the edges.
बरोबर
That just
बोला
gives
भाई,
them
चुत्ते हार का
such
खेळतो
more
तो.
tools to work with to help open up
Opening
rounds.
And if you
फ्रॅक्स
talk about
काढायचे ना
Naf, I mean,
भाई.
Yanko, you've made some
यकिंडर
comparisons in the
पाहिजे
past
म्हणजे
to him being like
जसा
a
यकिंडर नावाने
all-Might
फेमस आहे ना,
kind of character.
Monster
He's had a
यकिंडर.
fantastic tournament so
यकिंडर
far. And what
monster
I
नाही
like
राहिला.
about Naf overall, he has these stellar performances, but it's just so understated. It's not like a surprise when he has a pop-off. He just gets it done quietly in the background.
The silent killer,
Indeed,
right? And
right.
I think it's a player that everyone would love to have on their team. A guy that seems to be a great teammate, just does his own thing, doesn't complain, doesn't whine. Whatever you call, he will execute it to the highest of his ability. Incredible game sense. I mean, the last time these two teams played, it ended on a incredible
लगाओ यार,
map,
match लगाओ.
1v3 to win the series, right? To actually to win the second map on Nuke. So I think he's even played better in this tournament compared to his usual level. So that's just been incredible for Naf. And, you know, hopefully he can maintain that
क्या
into
करें?
the playoffs.
And aside from performance, it's also just about his versatility to me as a player. I mean, this is a guy that obviously plays a lot of extremity positions where he's just kind of holding, getting information, kind of letting the rest of the team kind of work. He's more of that mid to late round specialist, but you can see him help entry frag. You can see him go for plays when he has the intuition that he sees an
माझा आवाज
opportunity
जास्त
to make
येतो रे,
something happen.
थांब कमी
And I
करतो.
think the biggest thing is he doesn't require a lot of resources to do this. Like, this is a self-made man on the server a lot of the time, and the fact that he can do so much for this team in so many different categories really just gives them such a big weapon at their disposal.
Now over to Team Spirit, their opponents. We've seen a Team Spirit that's very different here. Yes, they're in this top 8, but they haven't done it in as convincing a fashion as Team Spirit fans would like. And of course, we have to talk about the Batman and Robin combo of Shiro and Donk. The irony in this one, it's not really ironic, but the funny part in this one being that it's actually Robin that's doing the hard, heavy lifting, because Donk has just been phenomenal, lights out, as you would expect. The supporting cast is the term we keep using, not so much.
Yeah, really an absolute phenom, Richard, no doubt about it. Highest rated player in the tournament, 1.55 is a little bit ridiculous as well to maintain. And it has been a question towards this second season that we've had is, can they just keep up with it? Just do enough. Like, this kid can carry you to a tournament win, right? You just need to do sort of the bare minimum. Sure, Shiro is doing more than that. Zontek's a little bit better in this tournament too. But sometimes it just falls apart in the weakest links.
Yeah, it's an interesting one because we've seen kind of both sides of this that Yanko's describing throughout the course of this tournament. You know, throughout the RMR run, yeah, sure, they did make it, but they were one of the last teams to do so, despite being a favorite to go 3-0 or 3-1. They had to kind of grind their way through it, even though they 2-0 the last two teams they played. The eye test just didn't pass for me. They looked timid, indecisive. They seemed like the pressure was really getting to them. But I will say they broke through in the end. Like, the fact that they were able to get clean wins over Navi and over Heroic to make it to these playoffs really helped. And you are getting help out of supporting cast. Shiro's playing great. Zontex has also been great. But I want you to look at this on the far right from Chopper. Chopper has changed the dynamic of this team in Shanghai. He is now taking a lot more of these first looks on the T side. And what they have done is they've put Donk in more of a trading position on executes, but also even when they kind of just take map control and default, they're leaving Donk in safer positions where he can play on his intuition. They can just leave him in a spot that they've captured, like mid, for example, and just let him work. You know, let him go for it when he feels like the time is right. And his performance has been fantastic, and I think the team flows a little bit better overall.
I'll tell you, Richard, I think Shiro needs to send Jaime a check or something, because he's lucky Jaime exists. We don't talk enough. Like, he's the most passive opper probably after Jaime in the scene, right? And that's why Shiro, the way he'll impact at your game is going to be clutches, right? Pulling some of those, and then just consistent fragging, right? Like he's not an incredibly aggressive operator who's going to find the openings time and time again. The way he finds opening is he punishes the aggressive play from the opposing team, right? So his numbers are always going to be a little bit inflated because of that, and he needs sort of the aggressive guys on the team to do well because he's the closer in a way for this team. And yeah, I think that's why you don't necessarily look towards him to get you. He'll get you over the finish line. He just won't get you really within striking distance.
Yeah. Go on.
No, I just think that he makes a fair point, but I think it kind of balances out the team because now you're seeing Chopper more willing to go in first. Obviously, we know how aggressive Donk is as a player. Zontix, in his own right, despite being an extremity player, he goes for his own fair share of opening duels. And so far this tournament, I feel like he's performed up to standard, in my opinion. Like, look, I think sometimes the way that we judge Zontix is a little bit unfair because he is a rookie, just like Donk is. They came from the same academy system. They're in their first year of play. This is their second major. Haven't played many big events. And it just so happened that Donk was a freaking phenom. He just happened to be like a generational talent that can just do so much more than anyone else can in a role that is built to be inconsistent. He has found a way to be a constant. And Zontix, on the other hand, he just isn't the same, prodigy, I guess you could say. But I think all in all, he's still a very strong player, and he's had a hell of a tournament so far.
Well, I think the problem is also the role in which he plays in. It requires experience. I mean, it's more based off of game sense, feel, than just necessarily mechanics, right? And to do that on the biggest of stages, I mean, we can all remember Copenhagen and Vertigo and Zontix's performance on that map and looking lost in some of the clutches. And I could obviously tell that Nils got them, and sure, he's a rookie, and that made sense at the time, right? But you want to see progress, you want to see players get better and sort of show that they can cope with that and play on the biggest of stages.
Yeah, well, look, we've been glowing in our praise for all of these players and in true Richard Lewis fashion. Let's get some negativity in this desk. Let's talk about Magic and what's been going on with him at Team Spirit. Obviously, someone that hasn't necessarily had the best tournament. I think he's also got this weird kind of questionable swagger to his demeanor when he does the media work and the interviews.
Swagger is an interesting word to use.
Or an absence of it in a way, because he kind of has an arrogance that doesn't feel deserved or earned within this team, and I kind of feel that that's the big question mark for me. When you're talking about anchors and people that are going to play supportive roles on Team Liquid, they've got that experience and they've got players capable of stepping up and having big performances. We've yet to see that from Magic's, honestly, at this tournament.
That's a fair point to make. I mean, he definitely is the weakest link if you're going to pick one on Spirit, and that's been pretty consistent throughout the course of the year. Even with some of Zontix shakiness, I feel like Magic's is the one that's been probably the most vulnerable. But I will say, even he has pivoted a bit throughout his course in Shanghai. On certain maps, they are kind of letting him lead in and letting Doc follow him up, so he's not having to go in first with no information. So they're almost kind of sacking Magic's in a way, which is kind of even more deflating his stats. But it's actually not it's not a bad idea when you have an extremity player like Magic's playing, outside of a bomb site, and you let him kind of feed in first. Then that just allows Donk to be activated even more. So I feel like they're finding ways around his performance to still make him useful for how they want to approach the game.
You can't hide players. Like in the playoffs of a major, everyone needs to deliver, everyone needs to contribute. You can do some things here and there by letting them go in first in an execute, and then they will get traded. But even that sometimes, so that the guy can be set up to succeed if he's the first guy. And if you don't get that first kill, the whole execute can crumble. So it goes both ways in that sense. I don't know. It's just been too inconsistent. He's had a couple of, rounds out of nowhere.
$8 हमारे पास $8 है गोल्डन एक इवेंट
I had a moment today where I started to think about how many countries and continents have been represented in Counter-Strike, and specifically how many were represented now during the Shanghai Major. From Africa to the Americas to Europe, to even Australia. The whole world has descended on Shanghai, where we get to celebrate the game we love so much. And now we get to celebrate the best teams in the world. It is the perfect world Shanghai Major playoffs, and it begins today. Represented here on the desk, India, America, Africa, We're keeping that international feel. We are here to talk about the game we love, the teams we love so much, and how what a run we have had, Maui, to get to this point.
Oh, it's been such a fantastic journey from the RMRs, even the events leading up to the RMRs, giving these teams the Valve ranking points to even qualify for this tournament. But the opening stage, elimination stage, and now we're reaching the culmination.
जास्त गेलं ते वेगळेच दिसतात.
shout out deri India ko bhai.
Yeah. And then second in kills per round is also Zaiwu at 0.88. That's just the giant gulf in between where
aggressive as good. It makes perfect sense. Yeah, I don't know. I think listen, here's the thing. Donk is the best player on the server, right? No doubt about that. But what about everyone else? Who's better when it comes to that? I trust Twists and Mither way more than I trust Chopper and Halley. I'll tell you that. And with the lead up of a couple of days to prepare, you know, not too big surprises, I don't imagine the Vito, unless Liquid decides to throw one, which is again also possible. They've shown they're willing to do that in previous series that they played. It's like on all those levels, unless Yakindar completely disappears again and Liquid has to sort of play 4v5 all the time on their T side, which I think would be insurmountable against the likes of Team Spirit. I feel like they're actually a decent favorite in this one.
Do you agree with that?
That one's tough for me because I think, look, like we're not going to get too into the pick ban yet because that's coming later, but I do think Liquid's going to be the more favored team on Anubis. They should pick it. They should have an edge there. That should give them a guaranteed map in the series. But I think that Spirit are going to be able to exploit them on Dust 2. I think they're going to exploit them on Mirage. One of those maps is at least getting through. And then at that point, it just comes down to can Liquid repeat their performance on Nuke that they did at the Blast Fall Final and actually beat Spirit, despite the fact, generally speaking, Spirit is going to be stronger on that map. So it depends on exactly how it shakes down, but I see Liquid getting a map here for sure. I think Anubis they can cash in on, but there's no really other massive strength where I could be like Liquid's the clear favorite on this map.
We're about to get ready for the walkouts, but just from you, Yanko, before we go there, Team Liquid, why do you have them as favorites?
I think they're the more well-rounded lineup, and I think, yes, they haven't played the toughest of opposition, that's fair to say, but, you know, they beat the teams that were in front of them, and I think the uptick in performance from Yakindar makes it much easier for Team Liquid to play. I think Donk will obviously best him on the server, but I think he's in a position where he can win enough times against him to put his team in a winning situation.
Yeah, I think the interesting thing for me in this match is going to be the difference in opping. You know, Ultimate, very aggressive opper. He's going to be going for picks. He's going to be helping entry with rifles on T side sometimes when you can't afford an AWP. Shiro, more of a backline player, more of a mid to late round specialist. And I think that dynamic is going to be really fun to watch play out because these teams have only played against each other one time. That's not, you know, a huge amount of data to work with. And when they did, it was a close game. And so I'm hoping for fireworks again here in the quarterfinal.
Just been told we got 1 more minute. So I just want to ask about the head-to-head between Chopper and Twists. Obviously, we've got an experienced IGL with no confidence versus a new IGL full of confidence.
Forget IGL. Which two players do we have? We have Twists on one side, one of the winningest players, definitely the most winningest players in NA history.
IGL's definitely affected his numbers.
And we have like Chopper on the other side, right? So who do you trust more as a player at this stage of a tournament? I don't care that he's been in game leading for 3 months. I trust Twist still to perform and to play.
Right. Well, let's go over to Shanghai for the team walkouts.
来听一下你们的组成成分，你们支持谁？
देखो क्वालिटी नहीं रही इतनी जितनी होनी चाहिए थी कैमरास अब देखो ये कैमरास लग रहे DSLR है नहीं ना Liquid Spirit fan है जहाँ
Liquid I think they're ready for the teams.
Yeah, 听起来他们非常的平均，似乎支持者是一样多的。接下来让我把2支队伍请到舞台上，让我们有请 Team Spirit.
Come on, let's go. नहीं होगा भाई अभी तो चांस ही नहीं मुंबई में रखा था स्काई स्पोर्ट्स ने भाई बहुत ज़्यादा टीम आई थी लेकिन इतना बैड मैनेजमेंट था ना टीम छोड़ के गई हो मैच डिले फिर होटल का इशू
实力恐怖的步枪新人王 Donk 加入之后 ，Team Spirit 今年脱颖而出，已经斩获了3座 SG 赛事冠军。而他在本次淘汰赛上打出的神迹1v5更是震惊四座。上海 Major 的决胜赛上，期待他们能够带来更多的惊喜。
The dangerous dragons may say it depends on Donk, but this is a team game that will need a team performance, especially if they want to stand a chance of ending the year exactly how they started it. Can they all rise to the occasion this time around? It's Team Spirit!
में देखते हैं फिर भी वही क्वालिटी पे भी सेम क्वालिटी है स्विच पे तो ये क्वालिटी
接下来让我们有请 Team Liquid
का जो यूट्यूब है ना चाहिए पर जो ओरिजिनल कॉपी है ना उस वजह से ये शिफ्ट है शायद बेइज्जती कर रहे हैं बहुत बड़ी बेइज्जती सबसे वर्स्ट इवेंट हो चुका है वो CS2 पहले एक हुआ था 2015 वो तो आउटडोर हुआ था उसके बाद ये सबसे बढ़िया भाई सिंपल नहीं वाटत अल्टीमेट सिंपल नहीं वाटत अब 2 ऑफर्स जो है बेंच पे
今年命运多舛的 Liquid 最终在世界唯一双圈大满贯拥有者 courteous 做指挥后渐入佳境，从未能打入哥本哈根 Major 到上海 Major 的决胜赛，他们是美中区唯一的希望，而他们也在谱写 Team Liquid 的新篇章。
उनको पहले इसमें बैठाया जाता है सेटिंग करो आप प्रैक्टिस करो फिर पीछे जाओ फिर
Players are learning more about themselves and finding their form. Their new leader has shown what he's capable of and how hard he is willing to work for their goals. Will they still be a dark horse at the end of this?
उसकी वजह से तो ये इधर है अभी तो मतलब रैंकिंग करो ना तो फर्स्ट अल्टीमेट एज ऑफर है
Fantastic walkout there. You can see how effortless Donk makes being an international superstar look. Just there, playing with the crowd, twists as well. So if there was any sign of nerves, you wouldn't know it. But anyway, guys, you know, quick temperature check. I'm just kind of watching just to see if we've got any interviews creeping up on us. But anyway, we can start talking about the potentials for Abito and where it might go.
Well, we know where it's not going to go, right? We know Inferno's the permaban of Spirit. We know that we're going to see a ban on Vertigo as well.
Actually, being told we are going to get some interviews here. So let's go back to Shanghai.
The team huddle is still taking place, but now Spirit take to the stage once again.
Crucial moment पे वो क्लच कर देता है दीपक भाई हाँ मैं ओवरऑल बोल रहा हूँ रे मैं जैसा पहले था ना यकीनदार वैसा अभी चाहिए यार
What is your feeling coming into this game? How confident are you?
यकीनदार जब नाम आता है तो मॉन्स्टर फील होना चाहिए यार अभी नहीं होता वो
班子问他说 ：“Chopper 来到这个舞台上，你的感觉怎么样？有自信吗？”他说：“我不知道，我觉得还不错，感觉非常的好。”我们来问一下 Twist。Do you have enough confidence to take Team Spirit down?
I believe so. I think my whole team has enough confidence. We feel absolutely amazing today. I feel like we've prepared well, and we just can't wait to play in front of this amazing audience.
我刚刚问他说有没有足够的信心战胜 Team Spirit， 他说当然了，我觉得是这样的。我整个队伍，我的队友们都已经准备好了。我们今天感觉非常的棒，我们已经准备好了。
तीनों को कुछ समझ नहीं आ रहा है भाई
With that, the stage is set. But Shanghai, this is looking beautiful. Are you ready?
好的，让我们把舞台留给 Team Spirit 和 Team Liquid。
Yeah, there we go. So we got the interviews. Love that answer from Twist. You can see he's just full DX in it. You gotta love it.
Yeah,
so anyway, now we have to talk about the minutiae of where this veto might go to. So I'll start with you on this one, Dust. You said just before we had to go back to the interviews, you know where it's not gonna go.
Yeah, no Inferno, no Vertigo. We know that's the 2 perma bans, but I think what'll be interesting is the picks because I think Spirit could exploit Liquid on either Dust 2 or Mirage. It'll be up to their choosing which target they want to go to first. If I am Liquid, I'm getting Anubis immediately. Last time they let it go to the decider map, I don't want to see that. I want them to go ahead and put their best foot forward now and guarantee themselves a map in the first 2.
I don't know. I want to see if Liquid vetoes Dust, and lets Vertigo through. That's a gamble that they could take if they feel not confident. I wouldn't like them to do that because I think they had their opportunities on Dust 2 last time. I know the scoreline was dominant, but they were getting reset every time. A couple of unfortunate rounds for them, so they should feel like if they switch things up a little bit, they can have a good chance on the map. And that's what they do with the Vertigo ban. Like Dust 2 is still in the pool for Team Spirit. They do go for that Anubis pick this time around. Spirit straight to Dust 2.
Yeah, Mirage Liquid. Ban Mirage.
I think Ancient here probably something that we see as the decider. And for Liquid, Anubis and Ancient are 2 of their highest win percentage maps, so I think they'll be happy with this one.
This is the best
you can't see it at home. Dust literally punching the air right now, by the way, guys.
Liquid played this veto perfectly. I did not want them to let Anubis go to a decider. I wanted them to pick it now. They're 13-2 on this map. It's their best map. They might be the best team in the world on it, in my opinion. Go ahead and get it out now. Give yourself a chance to go ahead and start with the big one, because Spirit's probably going to punish you on V2, but Ancient, that's a coin flip for me.
And we'll see a little bit. Spirit deciding to pick CT side on Anubis, right? On Liquid's pick, we see teams a lot pick T side actually, because it is a T-sided map, and also you get to dictate the pace of the game at the very beginning, right? Obviously, it goes both ways. Might be tough on stage to get into the swing of things, right? And that way they can steal away a couple of extra rounds in CT, but yeah, for me, I have all the confidence in the world in Team Liquid to take this one home.
Okay, well, let's talk a little bit more just about the matchup, Dust, on Anubis specifically. You said Team Liquid might be the best team in the world on this map. Tell me why.
I think it's just because, A, the success record is there, but also it's just I've seen them constantly innovate. Like, they already have a great foundation of, Twist and, Ikindar being your aggressors, and Canal and mid, having Naf and JKS playing the extremities. But now those 2 extremity players are willing to go for plays, willing to go for openings, and then we can see Ikindar be mobile and how he assists things. And they've also added some new mid-control protocols. They've done a lot. The only thing that Ikindar hasn't adjusted is willing to see more of the game, so maybe he could, pick out players a little bit better. But other than that, I've just seen them constantly evolve Anubis across the year, and they've looked good on it.
Hey man, if I was going up against Donk, I'd try to get into the game as much as possible. Any advantage that I could get. And here is where, sometimes you talk about Spirit and Chopper plays mid, right, on a map like this. Donk is mostly towards connector, towards B, so it's sometimes Shiro, yes, he moves all over the place, but sometimes it's hard for these guys to get activated, right? I think that's where you sort of give the edge over to the side of Team Liquid. Their talent is more evenly spread around the map.
And that's why I think they should go for Chopper. Chopper is a weak point on this map for me defensively, and this is where you've actually seen Liquid evolve into pulling Naf off the extremity and helping Twist attack middle. And I think that combination can just open up so many options, whether they want to use that to split A, or they just want to use that to threaten CT rotations and then kind of fall back and then play a mid to late round play. I just think that Liquid's so dynamic on this map, both attack and defense, and I think that getting it first is going to give them their best chance at pulling this off.
I mean, is it a complete disaster if Liquid can't get this
table mounted, right?
Yeah.
Table
I don't
mounted
think so. I think they have their chances, right? I don't think their Dust 2 against Spirit was as grim as maybe it was in other situations, and we'll get to that map altogether. But yeah, absolutely, their best chances are on Anubis and Ancient. I think Liquid will tell you that themselves before the game.
And for Spirit, is there a particular key to victory that doesn't involve Donk?
I think, again, it comes down to Zontix actually doing pretty well for my money. Like, he is an extremity player on this map, but he's been able to be pretty successful in that throughout the course of Shanghai and recent events. Going for openings and finding him when he's not. He's been a good trade fragger. I think that that's actually, for me, the X factor. Because, like, I know I'm going to get from Donk on an in-and-out basis. We all do. We all know we're going to get from Shiro as well. He's always been that trusty sidekick, but more on the passive front. You need Donk to have someone else that can kind of help him be the aggressor. And in some cases, it's just been Chopper going in first to sacrifice himself so Donk has a more favorable favorable duel, but sometimes it has been Zontix, and so far I've been impressed with him in Shanghai.
The most important people on Team Spirit are Chopper and Halley, because you need to prepare well for this game. Liquid plays in a very dynamic way, especially on their CT side. So you need to prep your players to be reactive and to hit timings and not be scared of utility. If you get blocked by a smoke, you still need to hit the timing and go. Otherwise, Liquid is going to outposition you whole game long. They do a great job of disguising, sort of where they're weak, buying time to make aggressive plays with utility, right? And this is something for Spirit. You can't just be, once Liquid does something and then you react, it's too late. You need to be able to anticipate in this game. That's what their players need to be able to do on the server. That's the point that Halley and Chopper needed to nail home before the game started.
Choke we have seen them drop this map over the course of the RMRs and the major dust. Perhaps to opponents are a little bit surprised. Certainly worse.
There's no doubt that it's a map that at times has been good for them, but it has kind of failed them a little bit. And I do think that one thing that Spirit could do to try to be a little bit more dynamic is to try to move Shiro's op around a little bit more defensively, try to get some different looks to him. But it's also going to be about Donk. He's the one that's going to be guarding that B connector on the CT side. He's also a guy who is very mobile in his own right. I think at some point this game they're going to have to shift his position to kind of help things out.
All right, guys. Well, thanks a lot for that. We are going to go straight over to the action now. So bring the hype.
नहीं यार स्पिरिट भी अच्छी है.
Bringing the hype for sure in this one. This could be a bare knuckle brawl. The map pool as well, Chad. You said to me off air, you said this is a brawly set of maps.
Liquid जीत जाए भगवान.
Can I expect a little bit of early action just to kind of whet my appetite?
I think with Anubis, definitely Dust 2 is going to follow up, and then if we make it to third of ancient, all of these can deliver in that capacity. But we are straight into game, straight underway.
जिसका दिन अच्छा होगा वो जीतेगी भाई, ये तो है. जिसका दिन अच्छा उसका गेम अच्छा.
Yanko touched on it. This is the type of the map where the CTs have to set the tone. We'll see if they do so out the gates on the pistol. Over towards B. This is a bit of a variation for Liquid from their last few pistols on this map. Heavy mid for Spirit and an opening glance from Magix.
Yeah, he's going to take a little bit of info and throw out an incendiary that will foil your initial plans, but it doesn't look like Liquid are going to be phased.
Fortunately for Liquid, they hadn't let go of the utility just yet. Here it comes.
Wave of util, Donk to receive ahead of the smoke, and it's actually Magix that draws first blood. Ultimate puts Magix down. It's Donk they find in the smoke. JKS, a fan favorite, removes Donk empty-handed into the pistol.
Oh dear.
Those Jewel Berettas, they collect. Double kill in unison. It's actually Zontix that finds himself a double as well. And down goes Naflight.
Nice retake.
To start off for Zontix.
Looks real good for a moment there, but the mid push with the window drop into the Jewel Berettas, wanting that con control Team Liquid, that's where they get slaughtered. Bomb going down, likely to see the force follow through.
तो तीते push केला ना तो गलत हो गया वो.
Zontix, he is a big win condition for this team. Obviously, all the talk
trade
is about Dom, right? The carry performances that this guy can put in. Pull his team across the... Yeah, well, the flashes of the smoke doesn't make it easy, but it was that right there. There was a goosh, and then the two frags that came in. But Zontix is essentially the third star of this team. You've got your Donk, you've got your Shiro, and then it's Zontix with his contribution. So kicking it off from the pistol. Here's the force for Liquid. Ultimate with an AK, no head armor. Galil for JKS, pistols for the rest.
No head armor AK, so gonna be the late piece. Doesn't want to be trying to take early
take 9
into the MP9.
Very rare ये skin.
Just gonna feel this one out. They've shown their hand with light utility. HE's not finding damage, pushing through and fight.
Ooh, cool setup. They flash for Donk from mid. And it catches your Kinder off guard. So Canal's control taken, or at least the fight taken.
But I like that assertive nature against a force spy. A lot of times you'll see teams go, all right, well, yeah, we still should have some advantages here. Let's keep it slow, let's keep it steady. Let's not give anything away, but they take the duel. That's a great sign for Team Spirit early.
Yeah, as you can see, Ultimate's going to be the facilitator.
It's going to be tough to break. Rotation point of Chopper to assist that of Zontix, who with those kills has got himself an M4. Good weapon for the job.
Zontix, a lot of work to do. He's already started strong.
Zontix 3K.
Worried about camera, but now he's got to deal with in front of the assault.
Naf
by the Tech 9 of Naf.
Oh,
Chopper,
Naf.
empty-handed. It's Naf. A huge statement, double entry to make this force buy look like a reality for Liquid.
All through heaven here. Molly possible over towards Fountain.
जितना टाइम निकाल सकते हैं ना ये लोग निकालना पड़ेगा क्योंकि ये नहीं है उनके पास किट नहीं है गया गया ये राउंड भी गया Ultimate भाई, ultimate कड़क.
This is that kid's first major, second round on the stage, 10,000 people, and he just does that.
He's a natural.
Short है भाई, short है.
I questioned why the AK's in his hands, and he explains perfectly. How has he done that?
You think when
Bro,
like
3 heads last.
That was so steady, so calm.
Last man standing भाई.
All right.
Well, he's definitely reminded everyone what he's capable of.
Well, this could be better for Liquid. Sure, you lose the
भाई
pistol, you
moral
win the
तो
force, you win the
देंगे
follow-up.
Spirit
Well,
वाले
you're going to be a
Liquid
3-1
करना ही
start.
भाई.
Spirit are going to have to take it
देख
eco.
लो भाई, ultimate भाई. बोला था ना इस मेजर में अल्टीमेट की वजह से ये क्वालीफाई हो गई है.
bringing up the fact that Yikinda and ultimate necessary for this team, and
अकेले की वजह से नहीं, लेकिन
better form as of late. There's been a dip, right? This Liquid, it's their first season. They brought JKS in, they brought Ultimate, someone nobody had heard of. It started well, and then things started to fall off. So this is them looking for the resurgence, and they haven't been able to find that aha breakthrough moment.
भाई उसका फेस कैम देखो भाई.
Jostling for control, forcing out Util. Smokes, plenty. Liquid have a good amount to finish with, but the CT setup currently, 3 players residing over towards B, and just 1 man, Chopper, left to his own devices on A. Smoke dotted in, and now Zontic's freed up to rotate. You can see him there glancing. They know that they've left this mid gap. Has it been exploited by Liquid? Well, not yet.
Again, the target's Chopper, Das discussed. A vulnerability on their CT setups. And he's been left to his own devices. He needs one hit.
चलो Chopper ये किंडरला मारेल. Nice. Nice.
Save now, Spirit. You're out of position. Might still be on high alert because the A anchor Zontic's still alive. But right now, Spirit have absolutely no reason to go for this. I think Spirit might lay down arms as well, right? Let them hold on to their goodies. You didn't really get to see too much of what they were working with, but you knew they were going to be forcing.
पिछला मैच देखा क्या कि दोनों मैच मतलब दोनों मैप्स लग रहे थे कि ये जीतेगी मंगोल्स, लेकिन हार गई भाई.
We've been talking about it time and time again throughout the course of the major cycle. The T side,
easy match to OT ले गए.
If you're able to get past that 7 mark, great. For the CTs on a force, what are you going to do? You're going to push through window, you're going to push through smokes. You have to hope the fight comes your way if you want to play passive like that.
Well, genuine question then about this CT side of Anubis is, is it something that you have to essentially gamble because of the vulnerabilities of B? Like getting crunch from Con and Main can feel so rough that if there's not 3 or 4 players there, you just give it up. Do you have to gamble even into the gun rounds as well?
That's one of your 2 options, right? And I guess as we see this game progress, secondary AWPing is also something that you can do, right? Because it's going to mean you could hold on to utility for longer. But I think that as the rounds whittle down, that's one approach. It's similar to Inferno is that way, right? You want to make sure that you're holding onto your Util, but you also need to fight for control. So you're stuck between this horrible feeling.
Which is why there's a T bias.
Exactly. So for Team Spirit,
cool, let's go Liquid. कुछ हुआ?
Second bite of the cherry with technical pause. So problems as well. This looks like a technical timeout. Just taking a look as it looks like it will be. Yeah, Zontix. He's got his headset off. He's got the admin on his side. And they'll be sorting this one out.
It's a grandiose stage.
देखो चाइना का पानी.
On the floor in all of the action here in Shanghai. 10,000 people.
Marvel Rival मैंने नहीं देखा, दोस्त ने खेला था.
We were watching the first best of 3.
कड़ा क्या हो game?
अच्छी हो गया.
This whole crowd is like tapped in.
It's a high level appreciation.
Third person
right?
Overwatch 2.
Save and they start clapping.
सही बोला ना?
Okay, that's nice. Like they're actually able to piece things together, which is
100% भाई Marvel.
Overwatch का अपना है. Player है.
मतलब क्या है ना, अब तू भी खेल सकता है, मैं भी खेल सकता हूँ, कोई नया बंदा भी खेल सकता है भाई. पता है क्यों? क्योंकि Marvel सबको पता है. सबकी यूटिलिटीज मतलब आयरन मैन क्या करता है, हल्क क्या करता है, एबिलिटी सबको पता है. बैलेंस नहीं लेकिन पता है ना, थोड़ा इजी रहता है सीखने के लिए.
कारण ती गेम कशा माहितीये का, जर तू कुठला कॅरेक्टर सगळे कॅरेक्टर ओव्हरपॉवर आहेत, जर तुला नीट खेळता आले तर.
Well, it is the year of the dragon.
यार मेरे मॉनिटर पे USB पोर्ट नहीं है.
Yeah, the year starting obviously with that jaw-dropping, awe-inspiring performance from Donk. Catabit's a trophy lift. It's like, oh, okay, We knew you were a prospect. Now you're a prodigy. I think they called them over there in Romania a phenom.
Yeah, unlike anything we've ever
वो
seen.
क्या रहता है यार?
That Katowice run, his arrival.
ये तो पता है वो हीट करता है.
That's the thing that stands out. Now, it's not that your Zawus of the world or your Simples of the world can't rifle. They can rifle very well, but they are AWPers, right? That is where they find their influence within the game. So Donk is doing it in one of the hardest environments because he's also so aggressive.
And something I think that's also, bears repeating is that Katowice performance we've just referenced also put a massive target on his back. Those Donk Katowice were the most downloaded demos across the entire professional scene. So what does that do to a player? Obviously, you've just burst onto the scene. You've got your tricks. You've got your approaches, you've got your
monitor में ही घुस जाएगा भाई.
crouch key a little bit more than other players, whatever it may be.
The donk slide, I believe, Alex.
Slide. What, dude? I've been watching some donk demos. Believe it or not.
There you go.
He is, yeah, he's.
भाई विजन ये होता है मतलब कम होता है क्योंकि
It's almost like he's found like a way to kind of dead zone.
सिर्फ इतना ही दिखता है स्क्रीन के जब आप इतने पास से देख रहे हो तो मैप नहीं दिखता भाई आपके पास कौन सी गन से वो नहीं दिखता कितने यूटिलिटीज है वो नहीं दिखता किल फिट नहीं दिखता कितनी एचपी बची है वो भी नहीं दिखती
Maybe it's nice we get it out of the way, you know.
True. We'll do our donk glazing and then.
Oh, fantastic! Well, the glaze is complete. We can focus our attention on round 4 and a quick recap of how we got here. Ultimate second round force fight. No head armor, AK-47, 1 versus 3, 3 CTs swinging into the bomb site.
और वो native resolution पे खेलता है.
Very much needed second round conversion and Ultimate denied it with 3 headshots. Spirit now recoiling from that. And it's second bite of the cherry, as Chad put it. Just Chopper losing out on that A site for saved. Second round force buy, so it's what, pistol round.
थोड़ा monitor पीछे कर दो भाई.
Scout for Shiro.
Looks like they're going for the same approach. Zontix and Chopper over towards B again. Chopper without an upgrade this time round. So hoping that Team Liquid's
walking out.
He has gone quite aggressive and undetected. So the biggest thing that he offers is information.
वे cloud हे public आहे ना आवाज करून हे करते रे वाट लावते.
I guess it is the Mac 10. It is the Mac 10.
Oh, it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be static. Oh, he's dead. Donk finishes off the job, so Chopper draws attention. JKS does bring him down, but those Kevlar and the MP9s are still flowing. Spirit uncertain as to where these CT aggressions have come from and where they've gotten off to.
Yeah, bomb.
So like 160 degrees.
We do have Naf outside the B side. You see him there on the CT and the T side. You could argue the best in the world at this, as he notes too. Good information now flowing.
Yeah, keeps you guessing. Twist, of course, took a heavy lick as reformatted his approach and actually rejoined the force towards A. JKS sent searching.
Screen बड़ी है ना इसलिए. Screen छोटी होती तो कुछ दिक्कत नहीं होता. मतलब मोबाइल जितनी स्क्रीन है तो मोबाइल प्लेयर ऐसे कहते हैं. उसमें कोई दिक्कत नहीं है लेकिन पीसी में भाई 24 इंच रहता है ना तो इतने पास में.
For a third.
Yeah, handling business. And Dust pointing this out. He wanted to then pick this map, not let it be the third. Pointed out some stats. They're 14-2 on this map with this roster.
Public की वजह से ये देखा ना बीक का वो उसका नाम क्या था ये?
So far so good. I think Dust 2 does really raise some alarm bells.
भाई वो जा रहा था नाइफ करने.
As expected, I would say.
Public भाई.
Because this has been a bit more spotty for Spirit.
Crowd की वजह से पता चल गया. Vertigo में आता भाई. अगर उसका नाम क्या है? Tapson.
Yeah, I mean this is a tough map as well as the Daskin as we have discussed.
Main round था वो.
You can't hide someone.
Public की वजह से वो चला गया.
You should have to, but you can't.
Sure, the supporting cast of Spirit, I think Magix and Chopper definitely get put under the microscope a little bit, but it's crazy because some games you do and Chopper looks like he's out of place and without that confidence that Yanko's talking about in others. We were covered up a Mirage game.
He's like
I think that was in the Na'Vi match potentially.
Yeah.
And he was just rolling up through connector, sitting them on their ass. So
he can be like that brute force, you know. If he catches timings, if he's feeling the game, I think his calls also, take a step up, a level up. But yeah, Liquid, this is looking like kind of easy streak to start.
Well, the guns come back out, right? It was pistol, then forced by loss. Now we find ourselves. Yeah, it's still not perfect, is it? MP9 and a FAMAS. For sure, as all will need to come into play. So early harass on middle. Also trying to play and turtle up towards the B bomb site. Three-prong start again over towards B, but Acer all the action is. JKS will have the head-to-head against Zontix.
fighting on this, forced forward by the Molotov. Does JKS anticipate? He doesn't. He did not consider Zontix taking an aggressive reposition off the back of that molly.
Yo, Team Liquid, let's go.
Master the sound of his
ये राउंड गया भाई लिक्विड से भाई ये क्या हो रहा है और के नहीं 1080p देखते हैं फर्क तो कुछ नहीं होता मेरे स्क्रीन पे थोड़ी सी अच्छी दिखती है मतलब देखने के लिए क्योंकि सैचुरेशन बढ़ा दी है मैंने इसलिए ट्विच पे जाओ या यूट्यूब पे जाओगे ना तो इतना क्वालिटी नहीं दिखेगा
This is a good move for Spirit, getting the information, but they've just left Zontix on his lonesome.
Yeah, he hasn't got anything to block now. Ultimate lining up that heaven smoke. It is going to be that A finish. HG could be well timed. Ill shot. Bodies are here. Rotation required, especially now. Chopper's gone down empty-handed. Yakinda low.
Nice re.
Survival goes down to Yakinda. But there's Dog. That's Dog.
Dong tricky man.
Destructive as always.
Time.
To get the bomb down. Ultimate in a 1 versus 2 situation. Has Donk done enough? It should be. Shiro and Magic just tasked with the finish. And Ultimate has a chance!
Shiro.
USP. And that's a perfect embodiment of everything we've discussed. Chopper, nothing. Zontix, nothing. In comes Donk for the triple. And it's enough for the cleanup crew into a 1v1. Okay, A defended. And that's starting in a 4v5.
Yeah, just barely though, wasn't it? We'll check this one out again. There's the opener. Yakinda on the way in.
That's why best streamer right now.
Timing, but Donk arrives perfectly. A beautiful triple, a necessary triple. And it's the combination of the Donk and Shiro show.
I always find like M4A1S, when you see the triple, it's like the last 6 bullets, it's just that
it's allowed.
He taps those last ones to make sure there's precision behind it.
You know you're working with less bullets.
With your voice or your face.
Hallie's going to get on the mic for an early tactical timeout. Team Spirit, even though they won that round, only keeping Shiro alive means that they're going to be pretty strapped. So in moments like this that are important, because you lose this one, then Liquid can go on another spree because of the finances. Right. So you want to make sure that the approach in this moment
CS2 is not like
do we want to try something more aggressive? What type of utility or weaponry do we need to prioritize? And if we choose this option, what are our weaknesses? That'll be the discussion that Hallie's having with them right now. So a really well-timed timeout.
Stream same as
you can just see those
original
on
one.
Screen. 2 M4s, 2 MP9s up against Liquid, who have 4 AKs, and Yakinda choosing to operate with the Mac 10.
Yeah, and less utility, so deliberately, not only...
Mind off, Gojo.
More mid abuse.
This could be trying to run down Chopper. Chopper just getting run at. Chopper's in trouble, isolated, holds his own for 1. Twins will trade, pressure on, Temple Smoke already dropped.
This skin बघितली ना की ओनी पिक्सल ची जाऊ देतो.
Isolate the fight against JKS, so applies that pressure. He knew that he was just on an island. Shiro doesn't quite believe it.
Reason
the game is so mid and A-centric right now for Liquid. It really does feel like they're trying to abuse Chopper in middle and then understand what that leaves for poor Zontix to deal with.
Well, yeah, because then once you adapt, then B site's weak and you can finally start walking in there.
Well, we'll see when that starts to come into play. Right now, 4v4.
Still sticker price देखेगा अभी.
For Spirit, it's Zontix. He has to get something on the way in.
He doesn't have a smoke chat. There is no way. He essentially has to just get this info safely, which...
Oh, they just cleared con.
भाई डॉम का sticker price 20 के Steam market में अभी के टाइम भाई next level भाई.
No flash. He's not ready.
Zontix time.
Charo 0. Necessary. Finds a response, but they are into the side. Shiro plays for the retake with his boys. That's aggressive. Too aggressive. Twist hits a shot through the wall. Molly finishes the job. It's Donk though. He is arriving. They have mantled into heaven, so now for forward position upon the fade. It's Donk.
Champs क्यों लाए भाई CS2 में पता नहीं.
That actually hit Donk, so they know he's up there.
Now the question is, are we playing for this round? They are so distracted by Donk though that there are backs turned for Magics on this late A.
No one watching. अरे यार Cloud.
Just in time. A necessary triple kill. His first 3
Crowd, sorry. Cloud का बोलता हूँ.
All right. That's going to be Liquid up to 4. 2-round gap as Donk looking to hold on to this M4. Worried about the hunts, but again, yeah, just to address it, middle and A looking like the weak point. Bomb goes off, round on the board, and lost bonus comes through. Right now, it might just have to be the save behind this A1S.
Like, that was the plan. Yakinda's Mac 10. he was there to die.
Yeah, and they even caught Chopper off guard. So Chopper did good to get one, but they are really isolating his starts. So what this changes is exactly what you were highlighting. You will now either have to start 1-2-2 or 3-2, right? You're going to have to, or 2-1-2.
There's a gap somewhere.
Exactly. So the B side would become weaker with the rifle rounds. But this is Donk with the saved gun. So he loves to be in the front of the fight. So as the pistols, get him a bit of info and then put him in the right place, wind him up, let him go.
The dynamo of Donk.
Nice, Yakindar.
Wow, lurking through that dark smoke.
One more. Wait. Nice.
There it is. Team play available. AK found.
5 bullets. Just push.
We'll need a whole lot more from Donk if Spirit have a chance in this one.
Does he stay mobile? Oh. Okay, well, Magic has been noted, and Naf isn't playing to punish the crawl back on his B lurk.
Looks like Naf is parking the bus here for a reason.
एक खाली गया Naf.
Information provided. Still occupation towards that B main side.
Not a lot they can do about it.
I don't know. Donk is going towards.
मैच देख के भाई थोड़ा सा IQ अपना बढ़ता है भाई. पता नहीं क्यों.
Scared.
तब सिचुएशन में हमें भी दिमाग में आती है कि स्मोक डाला, पास हो सकता है बंदा, उधर हो सकता है, क्लियर करना पड़ेगा एंगल. मॉली डाली, कोई आवाज नहीं आया तो समझो क्लियर है साइड, तो वो एंगल देखते ही नहीं, सिर्फ यही एंगल देखते भाई. क्या बात है, यही देखो यही सिचुएशन पे. उनको पता है उधर एक प्लेयर है. अरे यार मिस स्मोक्स. Donk 4K. Donk. क्या बात है, तालियां.
Stone-faced. As he pulls a magical round out for Spirit.
You could just see it. Just there working into action. You get to get
एक फ्लैश चाहिए था, एक भी फ्लैश नहीं आया. देखो साइड में एक भी फ्लैश नहीं है. ये इसी वजह से मैं चोक लिक्विड है भाई वो. अरे सबको पता है आप स्मोक डाल रहे हो, उनको पता है आप आने वाले हो. फ्लैश दो ना भाई.
So that either read or gamble from Spirit, either way you want to split it pays off.
In Liquid's mind,
ये क्या करते हैं? स्टार्टिंग में यूटिलिटी यूज करते हैं.
They wouldn't just leave him there. But what a perfect timing as well. The fact that as he swings, twists,
ये घटिया बात है लिक्विड की भाई. जब एक्चुअल जरूरत होती है ना यूटिलिटीज की,
is exactly where you want to volley, because it's such a hard fight that the teams have to sweep in and clear. So you can understand why Twist is getting ready to clear him out. But that one is a round that you need to, if you're Liquid, not get rattled by. Right? We'd say it in the past with the Zywa or Simple. Those rounds are going to happen. Well, so far 2 of them have happened. But you can't let it get out of control. And they've been able to buy. Mytha took the timeout.
मानना तो पड़ेगा भाई Donk.
Game plan. Oh, Chopper's got help this time. If they continue to try and force the issue through the flames, doesn't matter unless Shiro can rack up a double. Pulls the trigger, does silence Yakinda and force
Shiro.
Smoke towards Temple.
There's follow through this time. Normally they've gone mid and backed off. This time they're just going to go quickly
जब
towards
यहाँ पर था ना वो.
He's blocked JKS, so it's going to be through
Cloud.
Oh! Shot from Shiro. That could come back to haunt him. Zontic's going to have a head-to-head here with Ultimate. Ultimate does win it out just about. Look at Naf surfing through the flames. Not a care in the world.
How do you two now for this post plant? 3v3 is looking better for Spirit.
They are fragile. Naf needs to hit something here. Donk crouching in, looking to find him, maybe overlook. Can Naf catch the timing? Backwards turn, and Naf adjusts! A beautiful transfer into the head of Magic. Puts it on to Shiro. I'm sure he's
That's a beauty of CS.
16 points of health for the 1v2. As an AWPer, you want this into
Cloud
the
9 में था ना ये शीरो भाई. अब क्या करता है, एक किल लेता है फिर वापस आता है भाई.
He cannot pull the trigger onto one without response from the other. And so bides his time for an overextension. Waits for Ultimate to touch his keyboard a little too much and realizes that it's not being given. And so he concedes.
Nice.
Despite his best efforts, even a missed shot in there, he finds 3 kills, but it's not enough.
HP doesn't matter यार.
Liquid sees a fifth.
एक हेड पड़ा तो भाई सामने वाला ऊपर ना. अब एक के ओवर पावर क्यों है पता है? सामने वाले के पास वेस्ट और हेलमेट रहेगा तो भी एक का हेडशॉट, एक हेडशॉट पे बंदा मर जाता है। तो देखो ये देखो सिटी वाले बंदे देखो हेलमेट नहीं लेते, सारे बंदे सिर्फ डोंक लेते हैं क्योंकि हेलमेट का पता है नहीं। क्या बोलते हैं? मतलब नहीं है हेलमेट लेने का। वन शॉट हेड डेड है तो अभी हेड पड़ा, यहाँ पर हेलमेट की जरूरत थी। यकिंडा स्प्रे स्प्रे स्प्रे।
Lovely work from the space taker, the space maker. Liquid gifted a 6 off the back of Yakinda. Nice, charge into the A site.
The game plan is clear. Abuse mid, abuse A.
Donk dikao, donk dikao.
Absolutely no issues with Zontix or Chopper so far.
Like, there are limited options for an A anchor there, but Zontix, he's not ready for a Mac 10 instant headshot through a smoke.
That is what Yakinda will deliver you, right? Space, the fact he gets the entry and then the follow-ups, that's beautiful work. Type of form that they need if they want to be able to take down
constant Yakinda का performance रहेगा ना भाई।
I think I looked at 60-40, maybe even teams have been hedging higher, you know, speaking to different players around the lobby. People are, yeah, Spirit's in good form, we've been cracking him. Okay. Yanko, he believes Liquid have what it takes to get this one done today. Dust 2 up next, Ancient is the third and decider if we need to get there.
Speaking of Yanko, you know, he described Liquid, I think it was that CT side he was referring to when he described it as dynamic. We're seeing dynamicism,
M4 A4 रहती ना भाई, वो तीनों के तीनों आ जाते स्प्रे में।
Yakinda is the tale of aggression for this team. They move him around the map. He's that loose piece.
भाई why?
Kind of what you
कोई नहीं लेता रे M4 A4 लेनी चाहिए भाई।
Wherever we see him starting the round is where you expect Liquid to take a fight. Taking a fight, that's
मेजर के बाद पता चलेगी हमें कौन कितनी गन्स यूज करता है, कौन सी गन यूज करता है।
couple of saves, but
कंपैरिजन होगा ना, कौन सी गन ज्यादा यूज हुई।
AWP and Donk with the A1S, and I didn't want to have the framing of, yeah, it is just Donk. Obviously he's had a contribution of Zontix and Shiro, but maybe it is just Donk.
PUBG पण होत होती, मग बंद केलं.
So far it has been.
काय करतो तस?
Full belt of utility and the kit, he's got everything he needs.
Here's the change, 2-1-2.
Okay. मैं मुझे भी आया था CS2 का अपडेट।
Nav starts off slow B. Ultimate and twist tasked with taking some mid.
4 I by power hollow भाई।
This time around.
Keto 14.
More of a default approach, just feeling things out.
Don't come here, don't come here.
JK's going through his standard
nice
protocol utility. You can see the way that little game has evolved. Players have started pushing forward on the smoke because they know that player has a molly in his hands. JK throws the smoke, waits a second for the push, then throws the molly.
Well, that smoke will certainly keep Shiro interested.
कितने बज गए?
Chopper,
3:32.
Test for him. He's got no utility here. So upon the fade, he is just going to be taking a heads-up duel. AKV FAMAS. Block on main. 50 seconds for Liquid to find the finish.
ये देखो ये गलत होता है लिक्विड का, अब चोक हो जाएगी देख लिक्विड।
Trade potentials available in JKS, or rather Yakinda, depending on who takes that first.
ये स्टैट हर टाइम यूज करते हैं और हर टाइम चोक होते हैं वो। नहीं यार, थोड़ी देर रुको यार, अभी एम के ऊपर डिपेंड है कि उनको रीड है पता।
Removes Yakinda. Magix makes it work with the MP9. Still stubborn into the side of Liquid.
2v2.
Naf makes it interesting with a couple of seconds to spare. The code is punched. The bomb is planted. Shiro approaching. Orp on his back. Forced into the USP. He made it work in the 1v1 before. Naf ready for this duel. Stays active on the angle. An important duel. Zontix waiting for Shiro. Down he goes though. Zontix tasked with a 1 versus 2. They are low. Softened up for him. He's done it.
Zontix, man. Nice.
Another round we can credit to Zontix. Impact being felt here on Anubis.
That was all the MP9s. Magic's in the chaos over towards Jail, and then Zontix looking absolutely robotic.
सब एक साथ ही खेल रहे तो सबको एक साथ ही लपेट लेगी स्पिरिट. अरे नहीं यार.
Another clutch for Team Spirit on this CT side. We'll get this one again. So there's Magic thriving in the chaos, knowing that time's going to be an issue.
मतलब गेम प्ले रीड करना आना चाहिए यार इनको भी. हर बार मतलब कितनी बार यही स्ट्रेटजी यूज करके भाई चोक हो रहे. मतलब जो एंट्री लेता है ना इस टाइम पे उसका एम स्टेबल नहीं रहता. मतलब यकिंडार ट्विस्ट इनका एम स्टेबल नहीं रहता उस टाइम. ट्रेड्स लेते हैं लेकिन डैमेज कम होता है ना. मतलब हेल्थ कम होती है जेकेएस. और कोई बात नहीं.
Important round for both teams. The back and forth nature that we've had means that the loss bonus going into the final round of play. 1900 for Liquid, 1400 for Spirit. Be working with very, very little for whoever loses this one.
These smokes have landed. CT side on high alert. Spirit anticipating a B finish behind this util, but it's not coming. Spam coming a little. Magic's chipped down to 74. Retooling though, Liquid, they have to find their finish, and it does seem.
अल्टीमेट किधर गया है? फर्स्ट राउंड में ही भाई फिर गायब ही हो गया.
Chopper, he's bitten.
B pressure, mid pressure. Zontix still towards B with Shiro.
ओह 3A 2B. अभी टाइम निकालेंगे हो ये लोग. उनको रोटेट होने का टाइम देंगे. फिर वो रोटेट होंगे तब ये इंटर होंगे.
Versus Naf, spamming smokes, he's got no bullets, he's got no health, but he has got help. Magic, MP9 nearly two. Kinder brings him down.
Nice.
So much damage indeed.
ये भी मर गया.
Ears are ringing. Now a 4 versus 3 advantage despite Donk's low HP. They have the numbers. They got the smoke. Chopper profits. Twist goes down, long range MP9 to the dome.
Ultimate nice.
Has to rack up a multi.
Pick JKS pick.
Swings into an MP9. Too many targets here for Ultimate. Surely there's no way he can come up clutch once more. He has his signature weapon, misses it, can't hold on with the Tech 9, can't draw it out in time. Again, the Shiro USP to close. And Spirit CT side starting to get comfortable. 5 rounds to 6.
Nice. लेकिन टफ मैच होना चाहिए भाई. मजा नहीं आता फिर वन साइड मैच देखने के लिए.
Twist and Yukinda going to have to operate with something lighter. Galil's, maybe Mac 10s.
Nice.
Depending on the importance of the util, and that is such a huge nade. That cluster of T's swarming the site. Very well placed, softened up. Good attempt from Ultimate. Very good damage done.
SMG को nerf करो यार.
So they've gone for
MP9 को nerf करो.
Yukinda and Twist. Util a preference.
क्या लगता है?
I think Liquid will look at this half as a bit of a failure if they only walk away with 6.
SMG nerf होनी चाहिए.
Almost certainly. Late nade towards Ruggs. They're trying to isolate some damage onto JKS, but he's not there.
This is more direct, so a bit of a different timing from Liquid this time round.
But Donk is the one that's going to be the first man on the scene. Flash turned by Donk. Does he have the first headshot?
Nice.
No, he actually can't track him. Yukinda does open up the sight. It's Chopper. It's Chopper that stands
Chopper,
up.
man. मर गया Chopper.
Double kill will fall to JKS, but a 2v2 all the same.
Bomb needs to get scooped up.
JKS on that task. Zontix and Shiro challenge.
मर गया JKS.
It's good. Looks great. JKS catches another dunk from Zontix.
Ultimate has plenty of time to play out this
जा
clutch.
temple.
Spots out Zontix. It's impact upon impact round. 6-6. That is a CT side Spirit.
Nice.
A slew of 3 there to close out the half. They did a very good job. There was a lot of clutches necessary, sure. It doesn't matter how you
Spirit
get
अच्छी खेल रही है रे. अपना Liquid हमेशा की तरह चोक हो रही है.
Zontix is present. Chopper's had every contribution he's had has been an important one. That FAMAS 1 kill onto Yukinda. He got good damage into this one, defending B.
And it also felt like
अभी 6-6 है भाई. अभी भी टाइम है.
Mid and A, and then you would hope that it would change the setup.
अभी भी टाइम है हमारे पास.
However, Spirit is still able to fight back in and get themselves all tied up. They're in a very
ये मैच
strong
जीतेगी भाई.
position
Liquid
now
जीतेगी.
to take this map. Move over to their T side even.
Just thinking about Zontix's HEs.
One.
That's like,
बाकी
he
के
did
पता
damage.
नहीं.
He knows their plant
बाकी
preferences.
के सवाल है
Reads
सवाल.
it well.
बाकी के जो मैप्स हैं ना उन पे सवाल है.
Zontix, without even needing to pull a trigger, Finding a good kill with a well-placed HE grenade.
पोस्टर देख उसका
Okay,
शीरो का
well,
भाई
sides have been swapped, Chad.
But this is far from over. Remind everybody again, 14-2 with this roster. Liquid on this
मैक्टिविस्ट
map.
देख रहा है क्या मैच
So only having lost it 2 times, and well, it was coming through in both of their progression series. Once it was against
डेकन किधर है
FlyQuest and once against MIBR, right, to get them from opening stage to elimination to where we find ourselves today. Here comes the pistol round. Heavy lean towards middle/A from Team Liquid. It's just one man of NAF flight over towards that B defense. Mid-centric attack from Team
आराम से
Spirit.
chill करके देखते हैं ना
Twist anti-flash. Here's the steps, gets ready for... Oh, he eats the flashbang and it's sitting
Oh,
down for
no,
Donk.
no.
A second available for him, trying to track the hedge.
Donk 3K, no?
Setting him up for success and ultimate just...
कितने बज गए 339
Shiro unloads a full clip.
Oh, they faked as if they were going to go temple towards B. They're actually just waiting. It looks like they want to finish A.
USPS Ace पर यार
Considering supporting Ultimate,
USPS Ace देखना है
the kit, so Ultimate is a valuable asset to the team. Can't track. Magic draws the crosshair and sets up
Donk
all
3K
from Donk on
man
the clock. Clear this corner as well.
4K Donk Ace
Another one.
Donk Ace भाई क्या बात है क्या बात है
The dude is just stamping his time card. He is just putting in work. Working Liquid like it's his full-time job.
Just had the crowd chanting his name, so understandably so.
Performance like this for
क्या
most
बात है
players
क्या
is,
बात
you
है
know, a special occasion.
Well,
for Donk, it's just another day.
He's got 16 kills. He's got 2 aces, so there's 10, and then he had those 3 kills over towards A. There's 13. So
पिछले वाला भी एस था भाई 2 एस हो गए इस मैप में
and Liquid, I don't think you're going to be winning this one. This is not a force fight.
बड़ी 8 किल हो रहा है
Anubis at a 6-6 scoreline. You couldn't.
Both
अरे
pistols.
2 एस लेके 8 so 16
Well, they had an idea.
16 पे किल पे हो
Stacks in the right place.
सर्वर टॉपर
Actually, you kinned up. Punish
ये स्ट्रीम है ना भाई क्वालिटी नहीं है इस स्ट्रीम में
Job done. Round 1.
4K देखो या 1080p देखो स्ट्रीम में क्वालिटी नहीं उनके फिर ग्लिच भी आता है बीच बीच में
Liquid are going to have to work
PGL
very
थोड़ा सा
hard
सुधरो थोड़ा
to get themselves back in this game. I know it's only a 2-round differential right now. They're going for the Fury up.
Okay.
So instead of going the full invest, Twist has just gone for the half buy. MP9s, 5 of which armor. and
Mongols
very
like I
light
cheers
utility.
के लिए लड़े
I was about to
Next
say, to
level.
work back in, your first rifle round is always lacking. It's either lacking weaponry or utility. So Liquid are allowing the loss bonus to build up 2,900 into the next, but they
यार
still
ये
get a pretty good chance to contend in a round like this.
क्लास है यार ये के स्किन
Unpredictable. 3 MP9. Strike off the Sontics, and he does get overwhelmed. Still finds the head.
one more अरे रुक जा भाई नाइस
Handles business once more on a main. If Zontix is alone there, it's a different story. Donk's in the right place again. Not ready for that was Naf, completely caught off Chopper.
If you're Spirit there, you're not expecting that to be the type of purchase. You're definitely thinking they're going to go into a gun round, but that goes back to something I touched on in the first half. Yakinda being the tell of
भाई
aggression.
यार क्या कर रहे हैं
They like this move.
IGL बदलो भाई IGL बदलो ट्विस्ट
But if they want someone to go
यकीनदार को दो
aggressive, they're going to
IGLing
use him as the point man. So we'll need to keep our eyes on where he's starting out a lot of these rounds. And it felt like Spirit had a pretty good understanding that that could be the scenario. Some round Yakinda just starting over towards B in his traditional position alongside of Nav. Twist and Ultimate over towards middle as Ultimate posts up for a pick.
Ooh.
That's a geeky lineup to try and the con player flashed off for Donk to take some early lines towards it.
कहाँ से डाला भाई ये हाँ अंदर वाला
What they were looking for, just want to apply that pressure to start getting the CT to siphon through utility. So burning a smoke over towards B. So now they work on the A main control, but with 2.
फ्लैश है ना हाथ में जीरो फ्लैश
Yeah, he might get surprised real quick. This is so much pressure that he is unaware of.
स्मोक
This isn't a commit. They're just searching still. Look at the bomb. It's down towards T-spawn. So right now, this is just pressure.
Pressure definitely amplified with a miss of the main smoke. They're going to feel like it's a vulnerability, and Zontix is going to try and punish. Gap on that. Buys his time, tries to swing out. Zontix wise to reposition. Yikinda spots his toes.
अरे यार
That's the bomb over towards Rugs.
Okay, info.
लेग दिया SBK उसका JKS nice easy smokes गलत हो गया ना तो ये होता है भाई
Magic's Shiro forced into an uncomfortable 2 versus 5. They're in the site, but they still can't find a fight. A favorable one at that. Does win out
Magic's
onto
2K.
Twist.
We want 2K Magic's.
Hoping for an overextension. Does jump mantle up, but JKS finds the headshot.
हो गया GG.
Magic's is in trouble. He's
9-7.
boxed in. Yikinda's got his exit covered.
Yeah.
Gets it done eventually.
Little bit skittish there for a second from Yikinda, but does confirm
ये
the
कैसे
kill.
मतलब spot किया उसने
I think Twist leering forward like that.
या फिर misclick हुआ पता
To
नहीं
go a little bit more wrong, but they didn't have all the information because of the smokes. Most of those kills were coming in through the smokes. They didn't have the full puzzle piece together, even with the Yikinda aggression, because there could have been answers necessary over towards B-main. They did a good job being able to chip away, but a freebie for Yikinda there as he walked through Con. That one really starts to soften things up.
Can't help but feel as well like that gap in the smoke. It kind of
भाई एक मैच में 2 एस मारा है उसने हमारे एक टीम चाहिए थी ना गॉड रीजन तो चाहिए थी भाई मेजर में एटलीस्ट आरएमआर में भी स्टिकर तो चाहिए था रे इंडियन टीम वुल्फ का ही है एक ही स्टिकर है वो भी टीम स्टिकर है वो शायद 400 का है उसका हॉलो 4500
different flavor. Yeah, nothing to report from Ultimate on his mid break.
इतना महंगा नहीं ले सकता भाई.
Deploys a rather shallow A main smoke, so you'd be placed to walk through that one.
मैं देख रहा था भाई पूरा मतलब जो क्वालिफायर रहते हैं ना हमारे वो देख रहा था लेकिन आफ्टर ईगो ना हमारे बैंड बजा दी रे 2-0 से हार गए भाई.
Prepare for a test of NAF on B.
नहीं इंडियन प्लेयर्स होते थे जैसे टीम वुल्फ
passive stance here from Liquid.
मिलेगी शायद YouTube पे मिलेगी उनकी मैच की वीडियो शायद देखा नहीं मैंने.
Donk should have it. Does quick reactions. His 21st contribution, and it's enough to get the bomb down on B. Ultimate, this is a ballsy move.
Puja, Ultimate.
Really brave enough to second guesses himself.
They'd risked too much by going for this.
Save.
As much as he probably wants to drop in and go crazy, I think he was called off before that.
Yeah, more than capable, but
they just put that together a little bit too late, Liquid. The idea was to smoke off B main and then be able to focus fire from a little bit more of an uncleared angle, right? We see some teams starting to opt for B main smokes late when they're coming in through that comp position, isolate them in that choke point. But they were 1 or 2 steps ahead of what Liquid were ready for, so NAF getting caught off guard. And to point this out because it is a feature.
Hey, Cham देखा उसका.
Team Liquid. Twist's having some struggles individually. 4-12. This is his first major as an in-game leader. His first time calling the shots. And we know having to do the extra calculations is going to have a bit of an impact on your game. But the idea was, hey, have a player hungry, driven, and tenured.
Team Wolf.
He wants to get involved in that and be able to deliver impact performances.
Teammate शायद Indian थे भाई. शायद नहीं Indian थे वो.
But you can attest, Chad, as someone who has
origin कहाँ से है पता नहीं लेकिन अपने बंदे थे उधर.
The trying times of a big game.
तो हुई ना हमारी टीम.
As much as they used to be.
There's a lot on the macro, and this has felt more like a chess game, especially when we go back to the details of the pressure they wanted to apply to mid and the rotations or setups they wanted to force late. On the CT side, however, is where he can start doing his best.
Reason
right? He has to focus on his crosshair more, as opposed to the bigger picture macro.
People know what they have to do.
Yes.
The rip.
Reason
and the reaction should be a little bit quicker, whereas kills, openings, etc. He has to call the mid rounds on the T side. Right now, everybody should know the protocols.
अनुबिस के लाइनअप भूल गया भाई. मुझे आते थे भाई. बीटा में थे ना तभी से आते थे लेकिन अभी भूल गया मैं. वीडियो बनाई है मैंने एक लाइनअप के बारे में.
One of the things in question for Team Liquid is their run.
और अभी मैं भूल गया
लाइनअप. They haven't beaten the biggest names to get to this stage. Spirit would be the largest scalp.
ऋषभ भाई स्वागत है आपल्या स्ट्रीमवर. काय म्हणतो जरा मेजर बघतोय. तुम्ही काय भाई गेलेत व्हॅलोरंट खेळायला.
Chopper, the in-game leader, head-to-head. He wins it out. JKS to be tested once more. Good angle for it. Can't transfer. It's Donk.
Needs to be a save. They needed more there.
That's the punish. Beautifully structured round. It's simple from Spirit.
Exactly the same scenarios as what we saw taking place within the first half.
Hacker आते रे.
Your mid defender or your A defender getting isolated.
नहीं होता भाई. Hacker भाई भर के हमारे CS में.
Give away 1 or 2 guns looking for this. If you take away the AWP or any rifles, you're removing threats.
पण आता face it कर दो.
Loss bonus going into the next will keep Liquid in by potential.
Face it ला rank ना है. ठीक है.
His apprehension as well. He knows that there's a donk behind a chopper.
Right, and you've got some big issues because at that point you're pinched, right? You can fight for as long. They can just wait. You're not in a great position. You're going to get your support is literally miles away. You don't have any support.
Yeah, it's
face it ला पण आहेत काय म्हणून बंद केला. अच्छा.
The latter, as an 11th comes through, we highlighted the importance. Liquid, this is their map pick on this quarterfinal stage.
काय वाटते कोण जिंकेल लिक्विड का स्पिरिट?
They've probably already played this map multiple times in their head at night, thinking and anticipating.
ये लिक्विड वालों का एम इतना शेकी क्यों है स्पिरिट वालों का तो
perhaps not visualizing this kind of score.
लेजर शार्प है. अरे मैं बोल रहा हूँ ना वे जो एंट्री लेता है ना इनका लिक्विड का उनका एम शेकी रहता है भाई.
Can't be said for the
Twist
first.
का
Individuals popping off in
डर का
massive moments. That's what Liquid need to find now. That same
पैनिक होते
explosive
वो लोग.
nature from this CT hole.
बहुत बार देखा है मैंने.
Ultimate is a playmaker. We learned that in the second round of this game. Shiro ready to posture.
T-side map है.
Player, Yakinda goes looking, and all he finds is trouble and strife. Shiro Zorp opens up Spirit for 12.
Liquid have to fight for this round, even if they're out.
नहीं high sense वाले नहीं रे.
Go in and give it an attempt. We don't even have a finish
Strategy
yet.
कभी-कभी गलत होती है ना.
Now Shiro
सामने वाले चुतिया नहीं है भाई वो रीड करते हैं. उनको पता है क्या कैसे आने वाले हैं.
Shiro's round. Shiro's time to shine. Double fling.
गलती करके सीखते नहीं रे लिक्विड वाले.
Just go away.
The Molotov, you're right, it's wide open. Oh god, you can't even retake this. You might have to give it a look in.
I feel you have to.
You're not just going to roll over and give them 12.
The loss bonus is there for them, but if you don't contend for any rounds, that's what Spirit did in the first half. They fought for rounds. Maybe they felt like they had a bigger buffer because they knew the second half was coming, so they could take a few more chances. But if Liquid save, that's 12 for Team Spirit, just one round away from snatching this map. And it's been a blowout in the second half. Only one round for the CCs to boast, and they are going for the save option. Max loss bonus into
At
the
least
next.
team मधले दोन players ला तरी lineup यायला पाहिजेत and दोन entry घेणारे पाहिजेत.
If we do win the next round and hold on, maybe only one of us stays alive. So the long game now the consideration for Team Liquid because Team Spirit have secured overtime as a minimum.
दो player को lineup आने चाहिए और दो entry लेने के लिए तैयार रहने चाहिए.
7 ला पण सेव करतात. Liquid is saving for the next map.
Desk also pointing out the way that Shiro finds his openings on the
भाई नहीं रे.
You make them feel squirmish. They have to
अभी
play
देख.
for information, and he gets 2 kills where they step out into the
अबे यार
holding the angle. He's not forcing those fights. Those fights
7,000 रुपये थे क्यों सेव करने गए थे वो?
नाही पुढच्या मॅच साठी रे.
क्यों मतलब ये क्या है भाई? पैसा है ना तुम्हारे पास तो सेव क्यों कर रहे हो? अभी देखो जेकेएस के पास मनी देखो भाई 4K.
Second AWP. And a round like that from Shiro is only going to kind of sow seeds of doubt when you want to go. You need to go for
At
that
least
sort of
एक बंदा तो ट्राई करो ना. एक ने किल लिया तो जाओ वरना पीछे आओ.
Right now, I feel you could call absolutely anything if you were Team Spirit. Right? You could just say more direct. You could just go for a bit of a set piece out the gate.
मीटर भाई ये गंदा है भाई. कोच गंदा है भाई.
Due to the loss bonus and
पता नहीं
saves,
क्यों
the
लेकिन
Liquid will
गंदा है
be
भाई
full
वो
bought.
कोच.
They know that they're going to have everything that they would desire. The double or potentially the only thing that they could.
नहीं यार भूल जाओ भाई.
But this one.
लिक्विड का कमबैक नहीं होगा यार. भाई मैं 100% श्योर था कि ये मैच लिक्विड जीतेगी. भाई हाँ.
Move on to their home turf of Dust 2 coming up next.
Dust 2 में तो लिक्विड हारेगी 100%.
Double off the change up. Yakinda trying to keep his eyes in the sky for any early util. Warning signs of something pacey.
मेरे PKMs सारे गलत हो गए 2 तो गलत हो गए 2 नहीं 3 4 गलत हो गए पहले ही मैच में 3 गलत हो गए क्वार्टर फाइनल सेमीफाइनल फाइनल मैंने मंगोल्स को रखा था मंगोल्स हार गई और अब लिक्विड हार जाएगी 4 हो जाएंगे G2 वर्सेस कौन है हीरोइक ना वन साइड G2 फैन ना हाँ गलती सपोर्ट कर दिया लिक्विड को और माइनस हो गया भाई मैं तो भाई ट्राइहार्ड था भाई लिक्विड फैन था मैं लेकिन भाई नहीं होता इनसे भाई कुछ नहीं होता कोई भी लाओ उनके टीम में भाई होप्स रखने का कोई सवाल ही नहीं है भाई टीम लिक्विड तो 2-3 साल से उनको ही सपोर्ट कर रहा था भाई कुछ नहीं होता उनसे ये साल छोड़ दिया भाई ये देख ये तो 2-0 हारेंगे भाई
They're all locked out because of the aggression. Look, Liquid are all going to play through either B main or connector. No, all connector. You're smoked. Yakinda can break this, but they should wait it out. Running through this would be crazy, and the communication. Look, Twist is going all the way around the world. This is going to be so late.
This is going to be the latest retake. And with so much at stake, this is your map.
मारेंगे लेकिन टाइम नहीं लगेगा टाइम नहीं रहेगा डिफ्यूज को देखो
Despite the man advantage, Shiro and Zontix are set for success. Twist very late on this. Shiro not ready for it, and they do connect. A ballsy call from Twist, but it pays off.
All right. Time to spare on that defuse, no doubt about it, but it felt like it was going to get sweaty.
जीत गए भाई जीत गए
Shiro not hearing those footsteps could be an issue of the stage environment.
Comms as well.
अभी बाकी है
You do that, be ready for this. Okay, well now everyone's burned their timeouts. It's Spirit's turn. It's Hallie on the mic trying to wrestle back for a quick and easy finish. I think Naf's frag onto Donk is so important.
No, it's the one onto Magix.
Yeah, true.
Magix has no reason to be playing first.
Shiro whiff झाला
Unless he
म्हणून
was mollied in that position and we didn't catch
वरना
him.
भाई जीत जाते हैं
Yeah, so he could have been mollied out of that position. Not sure, right? I don't want to be throwing him under the bus right there, but that death is the one that you feel, okay, if the flank's coming, let the flank play. Hallie does not want to allow any opportunity of a comeback. Knows this will be a full buy. Into the next, we'll have a discussion about the money. You've got some players on a high end of 6.3 Shiro, Zontix 5.4, so they can get buys out, drops, saves. That's a conversation for if we go another round.
दे रहे हैं लेकिन वो जो crucial moment रहता है ना
Naf's impact
वो important रहता है
both of them finding kills. But now, that is noted. Team Spirit know what they're up against. How do they adjust?
Well, already you can see a deviation from the norm.
अभी शायद वो टॉप 10 में है क्या लिक्विड पता नहीं देखने पड़ेगी होंगे शायद जो 8 टीम है ना उनमें से सबसे जो चांस सबसे कम है लिक्विड का मेजर फाइनल में जाने के लिए
Looks like the game plan's been scrapped. At least for a moment. Twist confirms mid's quiet.
Yeah, and those steps potentially audible to Shiro's position, so making no secret of their mid aggression as now they set up to hit this A site once again. Ultimate rotating in. It's going to be how out of position.
Shiro outplay करना चाहिए यार. Shiro outplay करना चाहिए.
Yes, Ultimate. This is their test. They need to find a frag each. Good flash.
इतनी देर में रुका हुआ.
Yes, down off the one is Donk. Zontix is the one to put the cherry on top. There's overlooking.
Oh, nice.
3v3.
Combat orping from Ultimate. Now Shiro into the site task with the plant. They're in the smoke.
Nice ultimate.
Finding Magix is crazy. 2 no scopes. Now Naf Sorp is searching. Shiro could overlook this. He does.
Nice.
And Naf pulls the trigger. Orbs filling the feed. Scope and no
Still
scope.
alive.
All the orbs.
Liquid in this game. Nice.
Masterful from Ultimate. When his team called upon him to frag, he has done so. We will see another round of play.
Just holding on there, aren't they?
मजा आ गया.
Yes, by their fingernails.
They get knocked down on the way in, fell out of position on that execute.
चल.
This is beautiful work, yeah. Just he's trying to walk through the smoke. I'm stopping on Sun, and Magix goes down. It's these 2 AWPs, a real nuisance.
Ultimate by OP.
There was residual cash on 2 players, so AKs have been dropped across. A Mac 10 in the hands of Magix. Gonna need this one as well, Team Liquid, to break the finances, and then overtime
अरे
seems
जो
like a
कास्टर से
possibility.
उनका माइक में से इको आ रहा है भाई, क्या माइक यूज किया है?
50 damage once more and onto Donk.
That's 3 consecutive rounds, one towards T stairs,
ऐसा लग रहा है भाई वो
and here comes another one.
पुराने वाले रहते थे ना माइक, वो वाले यूज कर रहे।
Gifted that double HE and he's put it to good use onto Donk.
But again, they're just
स्कूल में
slipping
रहते
into
थे
harass
टीचर्स लोग
JKS. He
के
looks out
पास,
of position as they want to go for this mid control
एडजस्ट
again.
करने के बाद आवाज
There's
आता
a
था
lot of
ठीक से।
comms there, so are they playing retake? That's the question.
चाइना
Seems they're going to realize very quickly.
They're already in.
Sails through. They've given up the A side. This is going to be a retake for Liquid. JKS fighting to throw out his smoke, at least sow some seeds of doubt, gives them a way to get out of cam. Good HE, puts on ultimate low, on notice. JKS around the edge of this smoke.
Ultimate मेला राउंड गेला।
Quick trade. Twist provides. Liquid trying to fight back.
असा ट्रेड खेला पाहिजे भाई।
Through the smoke, and that's a big
Naf.
find. Naf still on B, catches Chopper's lurk. It's still all going down, but a late retake required once more from Liquid.
Nice यार Liquid for
Donk with only 25 points of health. It
a
won't fall to
reason.
Magic. He wants a rifle to do this. He knows how important it is to have that instant headshot. Equips it now. Time sensitive. Liquid taking their sweet time.
किट है हमारे पास किट है। Let's go JKS.
It has to happen now. And Donk and Magic's deny. Liquid, it's slipping through their fingers. Anubis is spirits. Liquid's pick. And they can't convert. Shanghai 1-0 Spirit.
GG. NT Liquid.
She said she loves you, but she can't love me.
But I love you.
हार गए यार, हार गए। अब देखो चैट में देखो चोक लिक्विड। ये कौन सी चैट है भाई? बताइए। इरिस फॉस्फेरेट 56 व्यू हो गए हमारे। नाइस नाइस नाइस। हम क्यों ऐड दिखाए भाई आपकी? नाइस वन लिक्विड भाई। नहीं अच्छा खेले वो, लेकिन हार गए भाई। नेक्स्ट 2 मैच में कुछ कह नहीं सकता, क्योंकि ये मैप पे कह सकता था कि लिक्विड जीत सकती है भाई। डोंक ने भाई शट अप कर दिया उनको। क्या है ये? पबजी? अरे इतनी देर में हम पबजी का स्ट्रीम देखते हैं ना। ये भाई लाइव है? नहीं अभी टाइम है रे PGS का।
Taiga would be my #1 map, and the reason for that is because all of the buildings are like packed tight
एक
next to each other.
चुप
So you can like blow a hole.
भेंडी। अरे इसकी सेंसिटिविटी कॉपी की थी भाई, खेल ही नहीं पाया। कैसे खेलते हैं?
अलिबाग ला यायच्या पहिले डॉक्टर कडे जाऊन यायला लागेल।
क्यों आ रहा है अलीबाग?
In my pro career, the person who truly inspired me to pursue the dream of becoming a professional player is my dad.
सैटरडे को क्या? सैटरडे को मिलते हैं।
JT and I have been playing for like 5 years now, so we kind of
one day ना, one day show.
The majority of our careers, I'd say Johnny for
मुझे 13-14 को क्यों बुलाया है?
Because I felt like he's playing really smart and he has a good mixture between like playing aggressive, playing passive, and playing.
हम डायरेक्ट 14 को ही आते हैं।
Simple to get like in touch with the more aggressive, more loose style. So
क्यों भाई?
हा काय काम धंदा करा नको, नुसतं येऊन खुर्चीत बसेल, जेवशील आणि जाशील कबड्ड्या वगैरे।
कबड्ड्या नाही रे, कबड्ड्या नाही।
And since I started playing CSGO and I started watching the tournaments, it was like when Domination were at their best.
रुक जा, चाय पी के आता हूँ मैं।
I watched all his videos. So I think
Mactavils
that's a big inspiration for me.
क्या?
I think like since then I've been a big fan of him.
I always liked
हाँ भाई 4 बज गए।
clutching, and I was
like often in those positions. So
आ रहा
फेस इट खेळायला फक्त CS हे लागतो पेड लागतो घेतलेली
नहीं फ्री में सिर्फ तेरे मतलब CS है ना 20 घंटा खेलना पड़ता है पहले प्राइम नॉन प्राइम कौन सा भी अकाउंट समझ गए 20 घंटा प्ले टाइम लगता है सिर्फ अब पता नहीं मैं जब फेस इट यूज़ किया था ना तो लगा था मुझे 20 घंटा प्ले टाइम नए अकाउंट से किया था ना एक अकाउंट मेरा लेवल 5 एक लेवल 2 है
Well, basically, we spent the last 5 years of our lives just grinding this game out. We lived in gaming houses in Texas and in California, and just traveling the world together.
When I sometimes lose a tournament, even a big one, he's always like, I mean, it's fine, we know where we came from, we know how it is and everything. So, I mean, the parents are always going to be proud of you no matter what you do in your life.
चलो आ रहा हूँ मैं
things, of course, but they're always
be right back, guys. Next match देखेंगे. चाय पी के आता हूँ मैं चाय पी के चलो. Be right back सीन किधर है रे मेरा? Be right back अरे इधर है ना.
them, but if the individuals step up just a little bit, right? Like if they can finish some of those rounds in those clutches, just play it a little bit better, I still think they have the opportunity. They didn't look terrible by any stretch of the imagination, you know, but you also do wonder, are they going to be able on their own T side to sort of minimize Donk's impact as much as they did on Anubis? That seems unlikely. So yeah, it will have to be probably Liquid's A game on this one if they want to take it into a third.
And I'll hit you up, Dust, as well. Let's talk about Liquid's A game. I mean, you've painted a very grim picture. Is there anything individually that might stand out that can pull them back from the brink?
Yeah, just kind of tagging off of what Yanko said, the individuals of Liquid do have to step up. So, for example, Naf is now that B attacker on defaults and on mid-B splits. He's going to have to find a way to be able to have impact against Donk, who is such a good B rotator. Zontic's a pretty good B anchor. You have to find a way to win that matchup. And then defensively, you get Kendar. He has now moved to that B rotator mid position. He has to be able to defend against Donk's aggression at middle, defend the mid to B splits that, you know, are going to be thrown his way. The point I'm trying to make is all the adjustments that Liquid have tried to make from the Blast World Finals to today to try to improve their Dust 2 must bear fruit, or they are going home.
I mean, Yanko, is there a way that you can maybe play like just a different style, a looser style maybe, and just try and, you know, hit your shots one round at a time, all the cliches?
I think it comes to the endings of rounds. Like their openings were fine, they were in good positions on Anubis, right? Players had their opportunities, they just couldn't really seize them, right? And sure, we talked about the one round where it was a little bit miscalled, and that can happen. Your opponent sometimes will just make the correct guess. You need to be resilient and push through it, but for Twist it's important not to dwell on it too much, or his individual performance for that matter. You know, back in the FaZe days, this was a map where he could as well wreak havoc in some of those positions.
And Dust, it's definitely possible that, you know, we've highlighted Naf. I think if you can get up in the face of team spirit, like you said, that whole issue with Chopper lacking confidence, you can definitely cause him to second guess himself, and maybe, you know, he might overthink things rather than just go through the motions here.
Yeah, I mean, again, Naf is going to be, I think, the biggest piece of the puzzle for me as a rifler goes, just being so responsible for a very important side of the map, be both on attack and defense. But look, here's another thing. Go ahead and get Ultimate activated as quickly as possible with the AWP. That's another ticket for Liquid to maybe have a shot at this.
Yeah, I think it is going to be tough, more so because, you know, Donk is going to be able to do pretty much whatever he wants on this map, a more aim, duel heavy one, which, you know, he's going to feast on that. But yeah, I think for Team Liquid, even though the Dust hasn't looked great, it's a little bit different. You go into the playoffs, you had, what, 4 days to prepare for one opponent on one map. Like, you can add a couple of things and switch things around a bit, which might catch team spirit off guard, and you can have confidence in your preparation to know that we don't need to be a great Dust 2 team, we just need to be good enough to win today.
Well, also as well, locking down the CT side, right? I mean, they've got players that can do that, who've historically been very solid anchors in the form of Naf and JKS, and you know, if they can get a significant number of rounds, you know, it's doable. It's doable.
But the scary thing to me is going to be Twist, because he's been moved to the A rotation position on the CT side. He's going to have to be responsible for defending those cat crosses that Donk and Chopper are going to be throwing at him. He had a weaker first game, let's be honest with you, not up to the standard that we would hope for from Twist, who's touted as this fragging IGL. We didn't see a whole lot of fragging on that last map. It needs to be able to come together this time, because he just has a lot of responsibilities, again, defending that A, being one of their trade fraggers on the T side with Yekindar, and something's got to give for them to turn this Dust 2 around.
And it's a lot of it comes down to just doing the basics better, handling the fundamentals better. And Liquid is the worst team at the major in winning pistol rounds. That has to turn around. They lost both on Anubis too. They lost a 4v3 post plant in the B bomb site in the first half, right? They were lucky that Ultimate delivered them a 1v3 in the force buy to sort of get them going. Who knows what would have happened if they didn't have that early sort of economy reset against Team Spirit. So you just need to really, if you have another round where you have an advantage in the pistol round, like, just discipline, right? Like, laser focus, don't let it slip away, because especially against a team like Spirit, that's going to give you such a big boost.
All right, guys, thanks a lot. We are ready to get back into the action in Shanghai.
The action indeed, but is it just going to be one-way action? Liquid, they've painted a bleak picture, Chad.
Yeah, having to snap a 6-map losing streak on this very map is going to be tough, to say the very least. There's a few other conditions, pistol, which we're about to get into, the finishers of rounds, and the individuals. It's like that meme from Reddit at this point. Hope the comms are good, as we are going to have Team Spirit Late mid smoke. Twist is going to look to block this. Bomb down T-spawn. 3 in upper tunnels. Yakinda. Aggressive piece. I think notes the position of Zontix, but he's going to get swept back, and that's a big shot from Shiro.
That's why you give him that P250. He's got that
clinical on this map.
Best.
There's 3 still available to defend B, but the bomb, a long rotation back. Util being juggled. Just hitting the brakes. Team Spirit in absolutely no rush. The smoke for the doors, a molly for the back plat, and a flash.
But first, some steps heard by Ultimate towards the door side.
Maybe it isn't the B finish. Yep.
Oh, what a shot from Donk. That's long range. Still finds the headshot onto Ultimate. JKS has to activate to find some answers, but now Naf and Twist are about to have 5 members of Spirit crunch them. An opportunity nonetheless. Can Twist find his individual form? Yes. Now he can. It's just the one onto Zontix, but now maybe Naf gets overlooked. He only delivers the one. The trades from Spirit are perfect. And JKS, he's been audible on his arrival towards the tunnels. Just needs to hit some headshots here.
Playing with him.
Magic's spraying the wall, lets him know. Rotting the clock. Now that Molotov is put to use. The dog comes running through it. The rubber on his boots is melting, but he charges in to ensure that one.
That's a problem, because that's a sign of confidence right now that Team Spirit are looking to run with. The momentum.
The spray on the wall to let you know I'm here, and then the push through the flame.
JKS left in a 1v3. He knows Donk likely out mid doors. He's noisy, noted, gets toyed with. There's a molly left over. There's no way you get back into that round. So another pistol falls into the hands of Team Spirit.
Oh, they are dialed in.
Oh, just wanted to see them get out of the AWP early. Now, they force sport. Now, they wouldn't have been able to get it next round anyway. Sure. Might be a late onset AWP for Ultimate as Team Spirit flash their way out long. Full control to be taken by Donk and Magix. And they're even boosting Donk up for a potential re-aggress. Multiple forms of elevation to deal with. You can forward in mid, has information, but I feel that was already given over with all the util that Spirit dumped to get out.
Everyone is in long.
A new CT response, a smoke.
That one's not perfect though, there's a gap.
Yeah, this looks like they were investigating it. Woof. JKS.
So bomb?
White screen, I'm not sure. They will have seen it on the map.
Yeah. That smoke's not perfect either.
Just free fire.
Good positioning from Spirit. They're getting themselves across. Unscathed. 5v5 as they already take to the ramp. Bomb on the back of Magix. Now, perhaps some friction fell. The 5-7 from Twist and Ultimate is finding headshots, and JKS has found another. Zontix and Donk partner up. A 2 versus 4 quickly becomes a 2 versus 2. But just with pistols, Desert Eagle for Nav. A re-smoke. Donk has to be tasked with that plant and will get it down, albeit after a fake. Buys time for a bit of a reposition here.
He just wants to be diligent, but the chaos is dealt with for now. This is tough because there's no kit available for this liquid retake. Now for the Deagle at range.
It's a good weapon for this fight. Oh, he can't track him. Zontix static for a moment with the Mac 10, but still bests Nav.
Feels impossible for Twist.
It definitely does.
2-0, man.
2 versus 4 for Spirit and their second round conversion. Crossfire is perfect. 180 degrees to clear, and your back is exposed. Zontix with Donk as well. That second round looked comfortable, despite the number discrepancy.
Yeah, well handled. I think the moment where it got a little bit out of control, they had the 4v2 number advantage, and then 2 players just kind of got picked apart quickly. So Liquid, you fought hard to give yourself a fighting chance. But when you got Zontix and Donk alive, look, this is their rookie year. Last year, Art Frost was in the roster. They were starting to, all the conversation about, oh, this guy's owning the pugs. He's on Spirit's main team. It's really in 2024, and obviously Katowice. Shiro comes into the roster. Donk happens. Looks like he's back in that form to get the bookends of the year.
Started the year in incredible and impeccable form, and looking to end it the same. Just on the warpath up short.
And in the conversation for best player of the world alongside Amonisi and Zaiwu.
I'm sure a major performance matching his output. Put him in a strong contender position to take it.
Major MVP ban jayega.
This is his second major ever.
How crazy.
And that's the same for Zontix. 2 of them getting the call up from the academy.
And Ultimate for Liquid, his first. Then, just like that to Donk.
To die.
This one should just be putting it in for Team Spirit. Easy cross, rifles at range, nice little short execute, just the pistols. Apparently 5.7s are the weapons of choice as JKS will be dealt with by Zontix.
Nice little gap for Zontix, like a little peeky hole. Pistols getting nothing done for Liquid. Mac 10 farms up one there. Shiro
not the SMGs.
moving twists.
Quarterfinals last time round, Spirit. I was over in Copenhagen, looking to take it a step further, and we know who their opponent will be. Mao's dealing with Mongols earlier today. I'm getting ahead of myself, but this is
D2
I would argue their map to lose.
लेती है और D2 पे हार जाती है.
The lost streak from Liquid.
फिर भी D2
Yanko
pick करती
highlighting
है भाई.
plenty of time for these guys to prep for this pick, right? We had 4 days off.
कुछ गलत बोल दिया मैं.
But as you
ये
highlighted,
इस time शायद
Gonna knife him. Do you
इनका
knife
pick
in
है
an arena?
वो. Knife
No, you do not, says Chopper.
Not going to take any chances against NAF. A decorated year.
100 more? He's good.
A decorated year for Spirit as well. Obviously the Kato victory. Oh, okay. Well, got it in the end. Spring finals in London. On Dacha Season 2. So they've got trophies in the cabinet. AWP in the hands of Ultimate. Same to be said for Shiro on the other side of the server. Liquid need to strike and early. Spirit, the more rounds that they just slather on, especially after how they finished the last half, the last map.
Ooh, double cross.
Feel like they'll just get powered up and run with that momentum. Worried about a lower tunnels push is Magics. Only in the hand to clear that out. Flashes are plenty, and Ultimate could be in trouble. Barrel will be spotted.
Oh, Senior. Donk knows. Donk misses his first one tap, and Ultimate allowed to get away. Reposition that AWP.
Look how light the util is. Sure, there's smokes left, but no flashes for re-peaks or clears from Liquid. A couple of incendiaries. Still a minute 20 left on the clock. It's going to have to come down to the bullets, and that was one of the things missing from some of the Liquid individuals in the previous map.
lineups.
The pressure's been felt by the A defense. Liquid pivot to anticipate something more mid-centric.
And it's kind of what they did on Anubis as well. They really wanted to fight Chopper on his mid-leers, and that took a lot of players away from the A bomb site, catching them off guard.
13-0, 13-0.
So right now, they are playing full retake on the A side of the map, just going for this mid-fight.
And crush my...
They have 4 players to deal with this. They really want to try and catch a straggler.
Yeah, Chopper's going to be dropping util on A.
I selected Team Liquid.
I think they know what's up. It seems they do. Catches Magic. Shiro spotted. Damage inflicted. Twist. Good find.
One nade, waste.
Just incendiary, and Chopper's actually dropped out of short to find Ultimate, so removing the AWP is massive. Albeit, very low HP for 2 of the 3.
JKS is in the key position to win the round. He needs to just chill.
He's got their rotation back. If they try and get up short, their back will be turned, and JKS can strike. Removes Zontix.
15.
Potency fades from Spirit despite Chopper's best efforts. Shots are being hit. Regardless, though, it is a Liquid round, and they'll take it by any means necessary. Double AWP as well preserved.
Knife, man.
Yeah, okay, one's going to be in the hands of Ultimate for sure. I think Naf, we saw him wielding it on Anubis. We'll see if he wants to operate with it over towards B as well. That could have been in the late chaos of the round. So is double AWP actually part of the game plan, or has this just come together late because of how close this got? Took a lot of casualties, did Team Liquid. Great little maneuver there from Chopper. Understanding the gap, Twist and Ultimate both showing up on the scoreboard, knowing he could deal with that space. JKS only with 1, but it was the winning kill.
Yeah, important.
Yakinda secondary AWPing, not Naf.
Yeah, okay, a hyper-aggressive stance, and they want to just punish.
Coming in.
Takes down Chopper. Naf's not looking. Naf's not ready. Goes down to Shiro. Back of the bomb site. It's open. Yakinda, he's delayed them with a flashbang, but that's just so they can get their util down. Window, molly, door, smoked, break of it. No one's exposed. Now you're either, oh my God, double Molotov.
They still have 2 more smokes as well. They can replenish doors.
How do you get back in?
I don't know if you do.
Oh my goodness! A ridiculous wallbang headshot. Yakinda's got the lineups. How's he done that? That might incite them to go for this. But strafing in, dunk on the AWP now, removes Ultimate.
They're backing off.
Despite all of that.
Shot, man. That shot.
It's such a nasty bomb site to retake the replenishment of the util as you highlighted. It's just not worth it for them.
Was that a flash from Naf to try and mantle up? Or was it a smoke? Sure, we'll catch it in the replay, but yeah, just getting caught. Trying to get a more forward stance on that platform. And then his death essentially gives over the bomb site. So nice getting caught in transition.
Ooh.
Donk won't get to stay alive, but they win the round. They save the AWP. And it'll be all good in the hood.
See that?
Could be 2 drops going into the next. Maybe, just maybe, we see a Mac-10 or a Galil.
मतलब जो deepest plant है ना.
Madness. And did have them looking.
The only highlight of the round, really, for Liquid. 4-1, 3-round difference. Hey. This is going to get away from you real quick.
But this is when you know Spirits Dust 2 is working perfectly, when they can get away with these B calls.
And that's even after they give away the opening death in middle.
Yeah, Naf was just so unprepared for that, and understandably so. 5 players all of a sudden just go. It's his time. He will try and get catwalk info. Break. Spots one progressing and has to try and track and time with the smoke. Successfully! It's not the first time.
That's Donk dead.
Donk down. It's a big scout posted. Ultimate delivers with the AWP. Now it's up to his teammates to deal with Chopper. Just waltzing into the ace with a Mac-10. More of a warning shot than anything, but he gets away with his life.
So mid to B seems scary.
Audible. Weekender knows. Weekender spams away. Gotta be careful.
They wouldn't be reloading like that if they were that close.
Twist acknowledges the gap, so they have that 2-man B defense and Twist in support. Smoke will arrive. Twist has to reduce a reaction to this. JKS getting pushy on the long door side.
This is twice now we've seen him just be liberated in this position. Normally it's one of the toughest places to push on this whole map, so JKS taking space.
They know what's up. It's a question of if they can handle it, though. Is the exec perfect? Wow, that's a well-placed nade. Chopper softened up.
Damage.
Takes the fire. Yekida trying to draw them into the site, trying to have them commit. He does well, but he's burning. Nades arrive, as do the bullets of Magix. Now Naf drawing attention. Twist unable to provide support. The util's too good. Spirit breakthrough B once more.
Just go inside, man.
Helpless. You knew what was coming.
Another B post plant. Kits available. Util being donated.
Yeah, he's got one.
You kind of want ultimate sending the rifles in, but here they go.
Sontix has vision, doesn't even choose to engage. Now he does.
Ultimate, okay.
Quick one on the scope.
One shot.
Behind the smoke is Shiro. Need Magic to do something.
Only Shiro. Shiro is saving. 90%.
Waves the white flag, says you can have this one, Liquid. You've earned it.
Yeah, nice.
Util, high pressure situation. They get it done. That's important.
Away.
I think that's a good sign to see Liquid go for that retake. And I know a lot of people are probably going to sit there and go, well, it's a 3v3. Why wouldn't they? But this is the B-bomb side. This is Dust 2. And if you look at Anubis on their CT side, when they were in situations, they would just save. Yeah. So to battle back into that, you have to turn to Naf. He got isolated. He couldn't get any support. There was no chaos. They couldn't rain in flashes, have Twist push through window. So they were fortunate to pick that one up, Team Liquid. Hallie gets on the mic. First tactical timeout called. Finances is the conversation. We saved an AWP. Shiro can drop an AK. That means everybody else will be operating with a little bit less. Maybe Galil's in the mix. It still could justify buy territory. Yeah, it's coming together. So AK, ooh, maybe it's not all in. Donk's left with residual, Shiro as well. So they've gone, hey, these are the tip of our spear. Let's enable these two. Let's get them to get us a kill and we can pick up a rifle. There's still a way into this round.
Something.
Perhaps more threatening than Liquid anticipate. Now, boosting the AWP for this sight line.
Please do something
Liquid.
Well, they know it's going to be cleared. Look.
The break's coming. And here it comes. Ultimate just revealed and destroyed by Shiro.
Beautiful work.
What a setup.
Shiro OP, man.
Facilitating an opening kill. There's an enemy AWP.
Gamma Doppler.
A jump scare for Ultimate.
Hey, triple boost.
Defense now because the AWP is over towards B. Normally you just have the mid-long or car. Well, now you just marooned on the other side of the map. And if you give up a site, Liquid, Shiro's going to be able to post up.
You must say that, right?
This is so well called, so well structured. There is absolutely no one here to resist. They've read them like a book.
I
think, what do you do?
I think you save. I think you look. No, they haven't left.
4v fan.
You can just still back the platform. They're saving. That is insane. Just one kill. The break of the smoke. That's the prep work right there. They knew exactly what Liquid were going to run with to try and enable Ultimate for a fight. He gets sat on his ass, and now Liquid is saving.
So smart.
Just one kill. The hero AK didn't even need to be necessary on Donk whatsoever.
Okay, it doesn't work. He's not there. No
म्हणून
worries. We got to
team
buy
liquid
next round.
हे केला ना support करणं बंद केलं ना मी.
Oh, they were hunting.
I mean, with your pistols, why not?
The 2 Glocks, some dual
कधीपासून भाई
Berettas,
ते
and
2024
look
स्टार्ट
at the
झाला ना
smile on Chopper's face there.
तेव्हापासून
He's
सेम
gotta be happy
स्ट्रॅटजी
with that one.
सेम
Even
खेळताना
losing
हारतात
like,
भाई.
oh, I'll take that.
And Hallie just took the timeout, so you have to accredit him, right? We don't know what's going on in the communication whatsoever, but the coach took a timeout. You had a saved AWP. You got an AK dropped over towards Donk. You go immediately into that boost. They clear the smoke. You get the kill. You win the round.
They didn't
Thank
have
you very much, Hallie.
Absolutely.
Money to buy the next round.
Poetry
They
in
are
motion. What a brilliant way to manufacture a 5th T round. Their haul is growing. Liquid hope waning.
It's not just the hammer, right? There's actually some nuance to it. That's what you like to
इकॉनॉमीची
see.
वाट लागली असती हो.
4-man A start. Liquid throwing in aggression.
स्पिरिटच्या जर ते रश केला असता
Just a
तर.
barrage of them for JKS to stomach, but he still stands vigilant. Oh, eats that one. Eats that one. And Donk puts some hot lead on top. JKS down, a 4v5, but this time Liquid will fight for it.
Yeah, it feels like this one's going one way and one way fast.
Spirits does too. Sure, there's brute force.
Liquid's does too.
Yeah.
Looking for a
Two sides of
7th
that coin.
loss in a row.
बघितलं 6 वेळा हारलेत ते डस्ट 2. पता है हमको भाई. That's why Spirit picked Dust 2.
Finds the double into the sight. There is nothing here for Liquid.
And the late lurk. Zontix is being a real nuisance. You will not be saving anything. We have both of the bomb sites.
Chopper gets information for Zontix on that lurk.
They lose everything.
Yep. It's coming.
Oh, GG.
Zontix delivers.
Zontix.
Twist can't quite believe it. He's still on B.
It's a thing of beauty to watch right now. This
Just
is the
go
spirit
Naf.
you want to see.
You need a
Spirit
new
have been
team.
wavering a little bit. It's looked a little bit wobbly, some of their T sides, especially when they kicked off for the elimination stage. They lost to Furia on this very map. Sitting there going, hold up a second. What happened to Spirit?
That was a very bizarre game. We had the opportunity to provide the commentary for that one. Felt like it was a masterclass from Furia and Spirit looking very readable. Not for Liquid, not right now.
JK's getting caught late there by the second barrage of flashes, just in no man's land. See how wide his screen was. Then Magic's, he deals the knockout blow. Zontix makes sure that you won't be carrying anything into the next. And you're just being thrown around the server. Sure, it's only a 4-round gap, but it feels like much more.
Oh, it feels insurmountable. And attack pause signifies Liquid feeling the same. Chance for Mytha to get on the microphone.
Watch time वाढेल का माझा?
Elapsed. Those 30 seconds, I bet they fly by.
Especially when it feels helpless.
Yeah, that's the word.
You've done the hard work to break Spirit with that 3v3B retake. You knew exactly what Shiro held on to. You were just playing, quote-unquote, your game, breaking the smoke, looking for fights, and you were the ones who got punished for it. Enough with the M4, aggressive out cap. Has a bit of runway.
Spotted. Yeah, there is a little bit of an opportunity, but Chopper will address this. Chopper not ready for it, swapped out to his Molotov, wrong timing. Oh, and good flash as well. Magic's noted, Shiro's position as well as he brings down Twist. So they have a good idea as where 2 of the 4 are.
The bomb is the issue right now, but Liquid have given it up. So they've taken the B bomb site.
Interesting round, very interesting state of play. Yakinda, Donk. Donk made a step, Yakinda's aware, but Donk, ooh, he takes a lot of damage. Yakinda did manage to put his crosshair in the right place.
But now you assume it's going to be B. They can just leave B.
Oh, Donk got the low HP, so he is going to be the pro.
But it's view वाले open.
And more than that,
67
more
view
death and destruction in the wake of Donk finds ultimate.
Very nice, Saru.
No one else home, he says. Magic's even catching the search, and JKS has done well to get his crosshair onto the head of Magic's. The B site is lost, the bomb makes its way through.
I'm not taking any chances, Bogdan's Law. As we can see, the round is
Hey, देख रहे हो वो लॉ रहता है ना
the wrong side of the map.
जिसकी HP कम है उसको ऑफ दो भाई.
Zontix, however, always present.
He walked at the perfect time. They have a very good idea that he's going to be lingering around here somewhere.
Stream.
The pantomime in Shanghai.
Yeah, look, exit kills, sure. discuss damage to finances, but you need to win some.
Are you tired of your boring old skins? Head to Trade It and trade them for exciting new ones within seconds.
Going off.
He lives with 12 HP. Safe. He preserves the AWP.
And 8-2 for him right now. It's not just the Donk show right now where Liquid are struggling all across the map.
Shiro 9.
Not delivering the back and forth entertainment that I think everybody was hoping for in this series.
Well, it's not. Half is not done yet, Chad. An AWP for ultimate, and it has to be now. HE trying to obscure the cross, but Shiro still connects. Naf limping into the B site. Yakinda trying to be proactive. He talked about his aggressions and can be the linchpin to some of Liquid's successes. High risk and high reward, but not too much of the latter so far for Liquid. Protocols for lower control. Donk seizes that. Awaits the flashbang from Chopper up mid.
Such a default round right now from Liquid. 2-3 split, all playing ramp.
Oh, he's gonna molly it.
It's always risky going for this type of a jiggle when they could have crossed right side.
The incendiary. Zontic, I'm sure, is gonna back his aim on this one if he does get forced out, but Donk's taking a heavy lick. Good HE from Twist. Recovers another one from CT Spawn, left by a teammate. Incendiary, not deep enough. Work around the crisscross smokes. Oh, missed shot. Ultimate. He's under a lot of trouble very quickly. Jump starting the round though. Oh, Chopper up. Whoa, a flood of frags. Chopper gets one, but immediately put in his place by Yakinda. The round does go Liquid's way, and in quite a stunning fashion.
Zontic still has 30 seconds to work with. Right now, if I'm him, I would be trying to get stuck in. I would try and take away rifles. Like the save, yeah, go for frags. You can do damage. You've got 6k to your name. Sure, your loss bonus is bottom of the barrel, but try and take some of this away from Team Liquid. Kill's nice. Those drops will be available.
Because that body position.
Can get gifted a rifle. Should be able to buy one of his own. Actually, it's Twist who's the one who's going to be in dire need of a drop. That's probably the most convincing round for Team Liquid just yet.
And for JKS, as someone that's often listening to the round transpire for long, it's going to feel nice that he actually gets a chance to really influence the result. He takes the friction, takes the fight. Spray connects onto Magix, and he finds Donk as well. So 2 high-priority targets removed by Justin Savage.
Double AWP out again, and this time it's in the hands of Naf. But this feels like it is a bit more premeditated. I feel like the one that came in earlier in the piece, it could have even just been an accident like we talked about at the time. But let's see, how do you apply your trade with this, Liquid? Feels like you definitely need 5. So 2 more, it'll have to be 3 consecutive to close the half. Another timeout, however, as Halley, the motor mouth.
I mean, they would feel like they'd really slipped up if this ended as 7-5 half after the control they've had.
Yeah, same as Liquid on map number 1.
Yeah.
It should have easily been an 8-4. Ended up being 6-6. Just the impact of the individuals for Spirit. Donk with 2 aces across that map. Clutches, multi-kills. Zontic's coming up big.
What's the win condition outlined as well by the panel? Individuals from Liquid could perhaps buck the trend of their faltering. Does too. There'd be no better time for them to remedy their shortcomings on this map. After failing to convert Anubis.
I really don't want to allow them into B to Liquid, so drop their own door smoke, trying to channel them up short. That's where Twist can put them in perfect position to harass them with these HEs. Keep scooping those up. How well timed can they be?
That one not so good. Comes the mid util. Does Twist buckle? Does he get nervous? Does he overreact?
All 5
break,
through
get the
short.
answer, so there's no concern here. Ultimate, he's got his sights set on the correct.
Flash is coming his way.
He will be blinded off, but has vision. Trying to track and break of the smoke. Good team play. JKS sets up his AWPer, and his AWPer starts to rack him up. Good util. Zontix deadly with the HE grenades, but Twist good with the M4. Finds 2 in defensive A. Magic's left alone in the clutch, and Twist, he's playing this one for the round, playing it safe. Giving Magic's that individual jewel he so desperately needs. Two in CT, Yakinda alongside with his captain. Magic's repositions to catch their regress, and oh, he's isolated one. The back of the head, Yakinda was anticipating him to be on the site already, but now Magic's using every second he's got. There is a chance on that short flank though. Nap! Oh, he had to hit that one. Had to. Could have gotten very awkward otherwise.
Retaining the double orbs. A lot to unpack there. Ultimate with some key frags. JKS just burnt down literally on the ramp, had nowhere to stand. He was just a free kill in that situation. And you could make an argument that's one of Twist's most impactful rounds yet. Important double kill for the new in-game leader in his first season, first major call on the shots. And this is for 5. Final round, money somewhat broken, and Ultimate will get the opening pick. A shot onto Shiro. Magic's turn by the look of things.
One more, Magic's. Come and peek.
Still, when you look at all 3 pistols going in the favor of Spirit, does the 4th feel like a certainty? Is 7-5 even enough? And that's if Liquid can get their number advantage. Is the best start, but turning their attention towards this B finish.
It hasn't steered them wrong once. Sure, a successful retake from Liquid, but will they successfully defend this B bomb site? Will that bomb go down once more in this final round of Spirit's attack?
नींद आ रही यार, ये क्या स्लो मैच चल रहा है? कुछ तो करो यार, लास्ट राउंड है.
Here they come, flashes connect, Yakinda's vision restored, but now fades to black, Donk down after 1. Ultimate's AWP noted at the back of the site, Sontic swings through and removes him. Quick execution of the Polish AWP. 3 versus 3 though. And now Util ready to go. Twist wants to get ahead of this. Flash, push, tries to deny, finds onto Sontix, but Magic's with the trade. Magic's, that Molotov could be well suited to the window, does throw it out. Decision forced by Liquid. Respecting the flames. Naf recovers a bit of Util to sow seeds of doubt in the middle of the site. Still vision though upon the fade, Chopper has the angle. Channeling through that window, Magic's not holding. Now options available for Liquid. Time is of the essence. They have to hit some shots, and they have through the smoke. Behind the bricks is Chopper. Naf, not ready, executed. JKS comes up clutch, and Liquid will recover a 7-5 half.
Touch and go yet again for Team Liquid, but they pull off another B retake, and this one matters an awful lot. 7-5 on the half, and the birthday boy finally gets some impact in the clutch.
Oh, but he
left it late. Surprise. As 5 is found.
Better late than never, but again, just waltzing into that site right there. Spirit, such a good.
आप जिन्हें दिल देते हैं, क्या वो 10 में 1 है?
Play behind it, opened up that avenue through window upon the fade of the flames. They made it work.
Liquid OP, bhai.
Chopper probably thinking he could have won that as well.
Yeah, I thought that smoke that Naf had thrown through the doors was actually going to be used against them there. You saw them like lurking behind it, using it to their advantage, but no. They find the 2 kills, make it 7-5 on the half, and again, pistol round feels like a necessity for Team Liquid. They need to snap a 6-map losing streak on Dust 2. That's to keep themselves here at the quarterfinals. That's just to push us to Ancient as the 3rd and potential decider. All started with the ultimate opener, but it all felt like it got under control with this kill.
Twist very proactive on that one. You've got limited flash, you're not waiting for your teammates, he just says, get me going, set me up. Tries to deny the plant, but regardless of 7-5 half, and as you've discussed, this pistol likely for Liquid's chances in major life.
Bit of util in this, Twist has a P250. Oh,
imagine.
The dual Berettas at range ago is Donk. Still on the jump spot, Chopper looking to harass, not making it easy for them to lob out this utility, but quite a spread pistol right now from Liquid to feel out if there's any CT aggressions.
Interesting double decoy. Wonder if that's going to be baity.
Important to do. Bait out that B smoke. Means that you could now pivot and return to B for an execute. Unlikely they have a second.
Do something, guys.
Well, the decoy landed, the flash didn't.
That was a plan.
This is not the time to be cumbersome, Liquid.
Sontix is investigating with support. Oh, what a shot! He must have just had the tiny fraction of Naf on his screen.
Meant to be, it's into the stack. It's into 3 players.
Sontix and Donk with their crosshairs trained on this exact fight. And Jewel Beretta's the perfect weapon. Yakinda swings, gets the info, draws the crosshairs, but Donk once again finds the double. Chopper on the B-bomb site. Will they expect him hiding out behind the big box? They are being diligent. Will they clear him out, though? Positions wisely. Back is turned. JKS survives with just 1 point of health. And another one. Another for JKS. He's got hit the shot. Chiro 2 HP. Twist has to come up clutch right here, right now. How do I select them? Does finish off what JKS started, and now spots the kit, spots the player.
You have time. You have
begins. Twist.
Position. Don't peek,
again.
man. Don't peek.
Zontix closing that gap, has recovered the kit. Now Zontix, or rather Magix, excuse me, has the edge. Twist, 7 bullets to play with and a fake. Twist trying to call the bluff, spots the head, gets him off the bomb. He's playing it so well. RVD.
Nice.
Secures Liquid's first pistol, and it couldn't have come at a better time.
Back-to-back 1v2s necessary there.
Bloody hell, Liquid. They're making this one incredibly intense. Stomp stop, you think it's good, but then Twist manages to whittle away at him with the P2. JKS.
Well, couldn't finish his meal when I tell a lie. That clutch for JKS was a 1v1 at the tail end of that half. This is a 1v2 for sure.
Oh, wow.
One more time.
Work.
All right, well, they're going to hold on, don't they? They need to make sure that they get this conversion. It's a force buy from Team Spirit. An opportunity to make a case for Dust 2. Definitely not in the driver's seat, Liquid, but they're starting to draw level.
Okay, got to respect that smoke. They'll do so, despite Zontix being on an island right now. Door smoke, you know he's absolutely terrified of the prospect of being hit by a full frontal aggression.
Well, something that Spirit didn't do was fall for Liquid's hijinks on Anubis. They just kept those heavy B lanes behind the desk isolated and highlighted as to some of their keys to success on the CT side as well. Sorry, as well as those individual performances. So tunnels control, cat space. Nobody highlighted over towards long right now for Liquid to deal with leaks.
Silent assembly of this boost for Zontix.
There you go, they've bought the respect over towards A, so that smoke drops towards short. They're going mid to B into a stack again. This is going to get tough.
Perfectly. Stabilizing.
There's no one from upper tunnels. It's all mid to B.
Exactly what's coming. Playing with tunnels, playing with that Galil. Chopper, perfect placement. More damage, more problems for Liquid. They're running out of players. They're running out of health. And with the pistol, they seal the deal. 2 USPs put Liquid in the dark. Second round. In lieu of the pistol, Spirit find a way to once again maintain control.
Any excitement that there may have been for this map, for the second half, for the idea of the loss streak for Liquid being snapped on Dust 2, I feel that has just gone down the drain. When you go back and you look at the types of rounds that they have lost in this series, they are unforgivable. Right, sure, Donk with a saved M4, turning that into an AK, getting an ace. That sucks. Those rounds are going to happen. But then Shiro with a saved AWP, clear of the smoke, 1 death, you save. Now, in the second half, you do the hard work, you win a clutch on the pistol round, and you can't stick the landing. You were just buying respect of you two. You baited out B, you baited out short. You just finished B blindly into a stack, and the key kill that mattered the most was Yukinda's death. You no longer had any pressure from upper tunnels. All of your B defenders could turn their attention to window and doors, 2 of the smallest choke points on the entire map.
Chopper gets his flowers for that one.
Feels like put a bow on this one, it's done. Pack it up.
Anti-flash positioning from Magix, anticipating something out long. No flashbangs to be thrown this way, it is just nothing more than pistols. And Shiro can start racking him up. Farms himself up 3. Magic's a pair, smiles on the faces of Spirit. They know some of the hard work, the heavy lifting has been done by that second round conversion, just as Chad does.
And the thing is, Liquid are going to go for one of these conservative approaches again with the finances. The same thing we saw on the CT side of Anubis. They took an eco after you got 1,400 loss bonus. Traditionally, you're going to force. They've taken the eco into now a partial into what will be a full buy next round. So sure, it means, yes, you're hoping right now that it's a pocket strat. It's something you've been working on, but you need to stick the landing. It's going to be double digits for Spirit again. And Liquid have been in this game for what, 2 halves of Counter-Strike then? And both of them being the first halves of these 2 maps.
Okay, ahead of the HE. Magic's, though, still ready for this. Backing away. Donk. Oh, he brings the fight to JKS.
Gotta go now.
They are immediately responding to this. Shiro ahead of the smoke, ready for the fight. Naf exposed, down to Shiro. Comfortable for Spirit.
Second map.
Double with the Galils. Helpless with this half buy. Just the one kill to boast. Spirit flying high.
Choke liquid again.
In Shanghai, 10-6.
Feels hard to not start looking ahead to their next opponent, Mouse, in the semi-finals. They'll have a day off tomorrow as we see Heroic take on G2, Vitality take on FaZe. Those are your fixtures for your Friday. Semi-finals on Saturday, grand final. Final match of 2024.
Saturday grand final. Bro. Saturday को miss हो जाएगा मेरा grand final शायद.
Shiro, well drilled with the AWP, one of the most dedicated to that weapon. He's an AWP purist. He's got it in his hands once more for round 17. Chopper maneuvers across to provide support to the potential for B. This comes dropping towards short side.
I like the fact we got Donk at A.
Feels like he's in the right place.
Well, this is where I think he should hold.
Yeah, understandably. Long headshot
क्या लगता है?
angles.
ये मैच कमबैक होगा?
AK-47
या
on the
फिर
T side.
स्पिरिट मार देगा भाई 2-0.
Well, let's see if they decide to go for the short executor, if they want to try the mid to B. 4 players at the moment congregating over towards middle. Ultimate holding onto the short space. JKS with the mid to B smoke in his hands. Now have to be the late piece.
ये perfect round हो सकता है
liquid
का. ये liquid का
Crisscross
round
smokes
हो
out mid,
सकता
so
है.
trying to draw this rotation. Donk's not going to move. He's in Goose. He's just going to stay there. So you're just going to batten down the hatches if you're Spirit. Hope that you can get the defense.
Will Liquid once again second guess this B side?
They might just go in blind, right? Because they're not being able to feel this out. There's no contact. There's no fights.
Twist is across. Maybe he will investigate.
You're going to have to call them back through tunnels. It'll be tough. Still no rotation. Still no rotation. You're going into 3 players on A.
Going to have to hit some shots, and Yakinda has done so. Shiro pulled away. By Yakinda's find on lock. Donk to be tested simultaneously. Gonna have to flash himself out. The Molly Goose is great. Can he still hit shots? Oh, Donk! Just the one! Naf, an important trade, an integral trade, but Shiro is alive and kicking. That bomb will go down.
अभी ट्रेड के ऊपर है भाई. ये तो हो गया.
Playing for this.
अब M के ऊपर है.
Oh, reverses gaze at the worst possible moment. He goes down to Chopper. Sontics the jump scare for ultimate, and it's an 11th. Sailing towards the close of Spirit.
See how oh, for sure.
ये round हो सकता है.
For sure. You're getting the kill along is huge. That actually made that seem possible there. And Chopper knowing how big that retake was. Again, you don't want to give Liquid a chance to get back in the game. Let it a big roar, a big fist pump from him. That was the kill from Yakinda. Great work, Shaw. Thought Donk was going to set himself up for success there, but a good trade. But this is what happens. You bang on. Twist just looks away. He's investigating short. They're out of sorts. They're out of place. They're trying to do too much. They don't have a good understanding of what's coming next. And Spirit is sitting them on their ass. This is Chopper letting out that roar. Just 2 more rounds to move forward. Looking to do better than Copenhagen. Spirit looking for a semi-final. Spirit looking for a grand final. Spirit looking for that major trophy.
ऐसे खेलोगे तो स्पिरिट जाएगा भाई. ग्रैंड फाइनल भी जाएगा.
Shiro was seeking.
लेकिन जीतेगा नहीं.
When he lifted the trophy in Katowice, he likely felt like this was it. It was already it. He found the golden goose.
Yeah, look at Cloud9 now.
But then trouble, then strife, then people all turned their attention to Spirit.
3
of ups
Galil.
and downs. Coming into Shanghai with a point to prove. Donk, he's going to try and prove it with some CT aggressions. Gets himself into lower tons.
जो tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 team और हमारे बीच में
aware of Chopper's potential occupation. What a shot! Chopper just body bags him.
हम unpredictable खेलते हैं और वो predictable खेलते हैं भाई.
Work for Twist here. He's got his hands.
Even player कहाँ आएंगे उनको पता है.
AWP of Spirit.
पता है.
Magic sees 2 kills in the feed. He doesn't need to take any extra fights.
The problem is, Liquid aren't even seeing the punches coming. They're so quick in a way, right? Obviously, they're not really talking about the speed to them, but their expectations aren't being met in the way that they're approaching these rounds. Spirit have their number.
I'm sure your mental as well is shaken when this is your 7th consecutive Dust 2 and feels like it's going to be a 7th consecutive loss.
They came in today as the underdog against Team Spirit.
Bomb.
Felt like they had more of a fight in them than this.
Chopper, he is feeling himself. He is delivering.
Man, Chopper.
Is this Chopper or is this Donk? Multi-kills from Chop.
Must feel nice having Donk set you up with a flash.
Bit of a role reversal.
Let the boss off the leash.
We know, especially when your IGL's feeling it. The game feels so smooth.
And well, put these horses in the stable. Dragons like to eat them.
A tasty snack in the quarterfinals.
Zontix है ना,
and they're going to chase him. He might go down after time, Alex. 6, 5, 4.
Further in the liquid camp. They're coming from.
They're not letting go of W.
They're coming for ya. Naf to have absolutely nothing. 400 bucks is all he has to try and defend his major life. Team Liquid battered, bruised on the ropes.
400 मध्ये.
The corner wants to throw in the towel. They get a 30-second breather.
Probably feel like they shouldn't have entered the ring. There's the opener. And there's potentially the close. That's 3-on-5 with no territory. You don't really have any options, and they just mop them up. A great showing from Team Spirit. Strong CS on display today. And just one more round, 5 more kills. That's all that's necessary.
Nice. Chalo bhai, laga do bhai.
This is the Team Spirit that everybody was hoping we would find. And this is the Team Spirit that we have got.
And is this the Team Spirit that can just continue to keep their foot on the throat? Keep it clean. A 13-6 scoreline available for them here and now. In just the 19th round of play of Spirit's map pick. Escort Liquid out of Shanghai in the quarterfinal. In dominant fashion, no less. Naf, a P250 and a smoke grenade is all he has for this battle. Your hands start to get a little sweaty. You realize this could be your last round at the major. Weeks of dedication. Spirit have pipped you at the post here.
3D Max का ये देखिए, ये लोगो कितना अच्छा है भाई. और शंघाई मेजर का लोगो भाई घटिया. ये लोगो होता ना भाई, प्राइस.
Direct approach from Liquid. Zontix still stays stalwart with Donk in support. It is light on A-Chat.
ये लोगो घटिया है भाई.
Sure, there's an avenue, but it's Shiro's AWP that you have to get past, and you only have flashes. So this is a sniper's dream.
Shiro pulls its crosshair away with Draken. Yukinda profits as well.
Still alive.
Magic still occupies long.
It's a little consolation round. If I'm Spirit, I just go for damage here. I try and take away all their rifles, make sure that their buy into the next is only with the win bonus. And they got stacks of cash on a few of their members, actually more than a few, so they can just be a nuisance, just hang around, try and do some damage.
Distraction देखना कितना है भाई.
Yeah, and I just said it's a sniper's dream. They only had flashes while it was perfect, and he got killed immediately. So
Jams are fucking.
I mean,
sure.
Perfect aiming for the majority of the assault. Yukinda's aggressive move pulls his crosshair down.
Here's the damage. Ultimate.
Yeah.
Okay. More than damage. That is destruction.
Economy की वाट लगा दी भाई डोंक ने भाई. पता है क्या?
You get nothing more than them 4 into the next. And I'll be taking the AWP.
No full buy next round.
Yeah, that means plenty more Galils to come out for Team Liquid.
No full shit, no full.
Yeah, well, seems to be the weapons for success. That was where the 2 extra kills towards A came from. But Donk, this is him just playing some deathmatch. Keep throwing bodies my way. I'll keep adding him to the stat lines. Came into the playoffs as the highest rated player of the major.
3 kills दे दिया भाई Donk को.
18 and 8, but he's not the only one. Shiro 17 and 10. Ooh, Twister's found some form. Maybe not form. Maybe we'll call it with a luster.
Yukinda's in a lot of trouble. Spot the bother. Magic takes the jewel head on. And it's a double.
Donk show चल रहा है, Donk show.
How's he done
बघितला भाई 2-0 ने हारतील
हारले भाई. नहीं है 5v3 है 5v3 है.
Yukinda quicker than he's ready for.
Oh, Yukinda. अरे अजून किती काय याच्यात जाणार का तू भाई. स्क्रीन च्या इथे खेळतो तरी पण तुला शॉट नाही बसत.
Gets to live on.
Well, the bomb will go down. Look at Naf's position. Spirit might just have to hold over towards this site, highlighted here by the obs team. You can see the bodies lying on the other side.
नहीं आएगा, वो सिटी से ही जाएगा.
And they are playing Save the Guns. You've got Zontix to lock down tunnels with utility. This is Team Spirit giving another round over to Liquid, sure. But this is a fake comeback like we had on Anubis.
Fake comeback, oh,
I mean, for Naf, he's been so frequently hunted. I'm sure he desperately wants to try and give them a taste of their medicine, but their money is so bleak thanks to Donk.
So Yakinda in back-to-back rounds has been able to find them ways in. It was JKS who got the kill coming out short onto the AWPer, but Yakinda entered and dropped into spawn. So he actually opened up the angle a little bit with his maneuver. This is a double on the AK, playing between the bottles of flames. So great work from him.
Screen must be such a rough
spot to be, and the only way out was headshot.
Oh, I'm the TV wall lovely.
So great, you can give that one to Yakinda a double thumbs up.
Well, this is the problem. It's going to feel hopeless just because the amount of rifle rounds that Team Spirit need to get to. This comeback, it's like climbing a mountain right now. And for Liquid, I don't know if they have what it takes. This team hasn't been able to find their breakthrough. Now, they've only been together coming out of the player break in the middle of the year, sure. You got big names within this roster, and you thought you had something special in Ultimate. Still, it's his rookie season. Started with a bang, simmered out, and then has been trying to find that form yet again. Now this is Dust 2. You'd love to see him with an AWP in his hands, but that's not the case. And Twist could drop him one, and it looks like they're just going to do it with the rifles. Spirit with the saves, a full buy for them. Have money for residual buys on Donk, Shiro, and Zontix if they do wipe the board. And
just
so 4 chances available to get this map done.
Don't give them the comeback.
So you aren't worried just yet.
Chance.
6 rounds up there demanding Liquid, and
nice,
again provided an opening. Spam not far off the mark, will escape the potential for the break of the smoke, and now aggression from Zontix and Donk. Being considered by Nash and JKS as it stands. Information aplenty for Team Spirit.
All the util, but they're just completely contacted. So much space for Spirit. There's no way you expect them this deep in the tunnels.
He wants to try and get some answers. Smoke on the doors, but they will be ahead of that. It's JKS that delivers the head-to-head. Remove Donk. There's Naf. Onto Chopper. Zontix position. Oh! It could have been all 3. An important and a necessary kill from Twist has given Liquid the edge.
1v3. And he's trying to
3 bullets, 3 targets, and that AWP, he does not want to fall into Ultimate's hands.
Nice, nice, nice. Still alive.
Try that one again.
Crowd ka noise dekh rahe ho?
Crowd seems to like that one. I may as well. I wouldn't mind seeing him go for the 1v3. Why not?
Playing that long game.
Well, that's the thing. If he's getting rid of the AWP, he's not saving it. So, do you go have a look?
Go.
क्यों नहीं जा रहा है पता है क्योंकि अब ये मर गया किसी के हाथ से तो उसको ज़्यादा ये मिलते क्या मतलब points मिलते कैश मतलब अब एक से मर गया तो
Chopper and Magic are the two who are a little bit worse for wear. So if Shiro does save this, that's dropped across. It's all good in the hood. Another very tidy looking buy.
इसलिए वो सेव कर रहा है. इकोनॉमी भी देखनी पड़ती है भाई. इसको फायदा नहीं है शिरो को फायदा नहीं है शिरो को ऑफ आ सकती है नेक्स्ट राउंड ये किसी और को देगा और उसको ऑफ आ सकती है एक यूटिलिटी है उसके पास तो फ्लैश ले सकता है वो स्मोक भी ले सकता है बस भाई ना मतलब जल्दी जल्दी सोचना पड़ता है क्या कर सकता हूँ देखो ये गया नैप का इकोनॉमी देखो है
Cheeky from Shiro brings out the M4 for his boy.
Yeah, and buys his all. Donk can drop one. It's all good. There's no dramas. Everybody's fully purchased here. So another full rifle round that Liquid have to deal with. And can it be Yakinda to find an opening again? Ultimate's into his AWP, so there's something a little bit different for the attack of Liquid.
कोई भी हारे नैप के पास सिर्फ $900 और अल्टीमेट के पास $150 तो मोस्ट ऑफ द केसेस जो लिक्विड हार गई नए राउंड ये लास्ट ही राउंड है इसको तो ये लिक्विड को तो फुल कमिट करना ही है कुछ भी हो जाए
thinks twice about committing to the spam. Just contact walking into Chopper. This could really go horribly wrong, but important trade. JKS delivers.
If you go mid to B, you know there's likely still 2 defenders.
Yeah, Donk wants to investigate further. Get some answers. Are they waiting? Are they committing?
Nice, nice. They respect the Donk.
To take first contact, break draws attention. Liquid are reformatting.
ट्विस्ट ना मेरा जैसा घटिया IGL है रे.
Ultimate trying to catch the.
मैं भी वैसा ही सोचता हूँ जैसे कि.
Spam through the doors is revolting. Still finds the AWPer. He's supposed to be the one vulnerable there. Instead, he takes down an important scalp. Spirit 3 frags away from eliminating Liquid, but they fight back. Removing Donk, removing Magix, and now it's just Sontix on that B-bomb site. Yakinda tries to trifle with him. Trying to run him down. They know he's alone. Looking to trade.
No,
oh, he can't even get one.
Nice.
And Shiro loses his AWP as well. Are Liquid really continuing this run?
Oh dear, Spirit. They have enough money to go for another buy. It's Zontic's the only one who won't have a rifle, but do you want to just partially invest? No, never mind. They've just gone straight in. They've just gone all in with the buy. This run from Liquid has been against rifle round. Like it's just all against guns. This is such a crazy, tough comeback. That's why it feels insurmountable. That's why it feels impossible. 2 more sure. That's what's necessary. But it's against the guns again. Okay, you're seeing some signs of worry there from Spirit. Just use 2 smokes for the mid to B cross. Going out long, this is all in.
Yakinda goes down empty-handed. Well, ready for more. Missed his nade on the door. JKS, NAF, they're all about to swing through to test Chopper on the smoke. It might be the go.
They gotta go.
They're swinging through. Magic's in support. Only one. Chopper another. And 2 versus 3 for their major life.
The Canadians paired up. These two know what it feels like to find success in that Liquid jersey. Can they pull off a miracle round to keep Liquid in it? To go the distance, to go all 24 rounds.
NAF and Twists.
ये दोनों long से ही जाएंगे.
They get a moment to settle, a moment to discuss the finish. They know they can't go back. You can't risk a 1-for-1 trade trying to leave those long doors. You know that Shiro's still alive, the AWP's still in play. Donk, he's made sure there is absolutely no question if there's a way back, but that removes him from the play. The question is, when does Liquid go? Is a smoke replenish available? That's down now. A molly for quad, that's perfect.
Perfect. Push.
Another one for sure. He's going to be in limbo.
Yeah, wait, Shiro though, that scope, it's trained on them. Forced back by the flames. Sontix and MP9 revealed. They have an idea as to where 2 of the 3 may remain. 40 seconds, spams away, connects onto Sontix. Twists, guarding Nafly. 9 bullets, stands to deliver, but here comes Donk. The round the world, on long, exposed. Nice shot.
Wait. Time.
Trying to fight back the captain.
Nice.
To keep this ridiculous comeback going. Quad kill from Van Delken. Stands and delivers. We will see the final round of regulation.
That's the one to fire up your team. That's what you want to see from an in-game leader. And this comeback, just 1 more round. Overtime waits. Liquid, they are not done yet. They are showing resilience. They could have easily faltered. And those rifle rounds, no more. This is MP9. 1 M4 in the hands of the hero, Donk. Can he stop them? Can he break the hearts of Team Liquid before they make that overtime play?
That's what's scary about this round though, Chad. This is the round where it all starts to feel a bit too real. That this impossible comeback that you were joking about is actually just 1 round away and the easiest of the bunch. Is this when you overthink? Is this when you capitulate? NAF and Twist side by side fight you into round 24 and now up against just MP9. And that Donk M4.
Look at the restraint right now on Team Spirit's utility. Still holding on to a bunch. This is going to be key. These MP9s, they need to fight around the chaos of the smoke and the utility. If this runs down late and they're blocked, Liquid are in trouble.
अभी 40 का है ना भाई, Liquid जीत जाएगी भाई.
Just as he looks away, Yakinda tested.
अरे यार Yakinda भाई जहाँ जरूरत होती है वहाँ भाग देता है ये.
And a rifle falls into enemy hands. Magix can use that. He will use that.
He's going to keep pushing. This is crazy from Magix. This could be a round-winning maneuver.
क्राउड के ऊपर है भाई, क्राउड के ऊपर है. अब देखो क्राउड के ऊपर है. क्राउड ने बोला भाई पीछे आ रहा है. GG.
Liquid.
30 seconds. There's no time. If they go in towards B, there's 3 players stacked.
In so much trouble, Chad.
There's no way through this. They're going to go into the stack.
Donk ready to receive. Shiro to disrupt. It's falling through their fingertips. So close, yet so far. Liquid eliminated from the major at the hands of Spirit. What a crazy way for that last round to go down. A run of 5 gun rounds. Faced with MP9s and Magics. Ignites the spark that gets Team Spirit in it to win it.
In it to win it indeed, but man, it was close. You've got to give it up for Team Liquid, a lot of heart. They really battled back there, but just unable to get across the finish line, falling at the final hurdle. Just some initial reactions to that while we get set up on the stage for these interviews. It was close on Dust.
Just too little, too late for Team Liquid, Richard. Unfortunately, right? I feel they have.
बाबा म्हणाले इंजिनियर बनलो हस्बंड बन तो पण बनलो पण मूर्ख पण असं म्हणालेच नाही बघा नकली पेमेंटचा SMS म्हणतायत बाबांची उधारी परत करतायत मग म्हणतील चुकून जास्त पैसे पाठवले बेटा बाकीचे पैसे परत कर आज्ञाधारक मुलगा आहे मूर्ख नाहीये लक्षात ठेवा UPI सेफ आहे पण कुणी असं फसवत असेल तर सांगा मी मूर्ख नाहीये
that nearly pushed it into overtime but just ran out of gas right at the end. That big backstab from Magics at long A, the final round of regulation just caught them completely off guard, ran out of clock, and ultimately run out of time in Shanghai.
I mean, and credit to Twist as well. Didn't have one to remember on the first map, but
next
you know,
match
solid numbers on this one. Really tried to drag his team through it. His evolution as an IGL.